up in your sight. You know I'm already with you. Treat me right. No, I'm as steady as a shaking light. You know it's real. You know it's real. Can see the bright from the sky in the morning light. Light from the sky burn.
Welcome to the Lost Caravan RPG.
A haven for the lost, the worn, and the wandering.
Whether you only need a place to rest your soul,
or looking for a brand new journey, we welcome you.
You are safe within our ranks, surrounded by the friends you have yet to meet.
Some of you may be new, eager to take your first steps in the shoes of a hero.
Others are veterans of a war fought through generations.
Having played dozens of characters
And rolled hundreds of dice.
Either way, we can promise you will find moments of adventure and heartbreak,
as well as moments of tears and laughter.
Countless noble tales have been spun around our campfire,
such as Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, Lancer, and Locust.
We travel anywhere and everywhere,
exploring towering castles, desolate space stations, and haunted mansions.
We have a few roles if you decide to stay.
Treat each other with love, kindness, and acceptance.
We never judge on appearance, only on richness of character.
For as long as you ride with the caravan, you will never walk alone.
We work together to forge a better world for us and for every traveler after we're gone.
So, take a seat, grab a drink, and listen to our tales.
When you're ready, we'll help you tell a tale of your own.
Hello everyone, we are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, we do mini-series, we do long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, we are playing a game called Icon. It was made by the same people, Massive Press, that makes Lancer, which we love around here. It's such a good mech game, and apparently a very emotional game, as we found out. But before we dive on into tonight's game, we do have just a few announcements to get through. We have two sponsors for tonight. That is Epidemic Sound and Hero Forge. Hero Forge is what we use to make all of these cool tokens. It's also where you can go to make really cool miniature models and get them sent straight to your door for whenever the heck we can roll dice in person again. The sponsor, Epidemic Sound, is what we use for all of our royalty-free music, our sounds, and our sound effects. Much like you heard on the intro. Let me get that started. There we go. Oh, that's more ominous than I planned, but sure. And you can use our code for Epidemic Sound to get 30 days free access to the entirety of the website. At the end of the 30 days, if you decide that you don't want it, you don't need it, you can cancel. Doesn't cost you a penny, but if you decide to keep your subscription, it does go to support us. And for that, we heckin' love you. We do have a website now. It is very simple. It's just lostcaravanrpg.com. You can find all of our merchandise there because we got cool stuff. We got shirts and we got mugs and we got more shirts like that one. It looks so good.
It came in today. Doesn't it look so good?
So
and you
good.
can actually customize the color on the inside. So I chose pink, but it can be a whole bunch of things like blue and gray and I think green, like a whole bunch. It's cool.
I need mine. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff and we're adding new merchandise all the time. We also have an About Us section where you can find out about the team behind the streams, as well as a community section where you can find out all about the people that help to make this Lost Caravan as great as it is. And of course, if you miss any of our streams and you don't see them up, you don't see the VODs up on Twitch, you can find them on our YouTube channel, which all of our streams end up there, except for the occasional one that somehow I forget to upload and then the VOD disappears and then it's gone forever. Sorry, Meg. But most of them are up on our YouTube channel. There's just literally hundreds of videos. Go check them out. All of those casts are amazing. They were all so much fun. Alright. I think that's not it for announcements. What am I thinking? On the 16th, we are starting our charity event for the Trevor Project as I drop my pen. It's running up until the 26th, I believe. We're having just a bunch of guest GMs who are all going to be running different games with amazing casts, and each and every stream, we're giving away a bunch of stuff. Just so many things. Every donation of $10 or more, or every $10 will earn you another chance to win some of the very cool prizes we have, from shirts and cups to PDFs of just a bunch of awesome games. And then at the very end of the charity event, we're gonna have one big old drawing from everyone that donated and give away a really cool dice box and some dice to go with it, which is super cool. All right, that's it for announcements. Now I'm going to pass it on over to the lovely cast and crew that I got in front of me and give you all a chance to tell the people who you are and who you're playing tonight. There we go. That's what I wanted. We will start clockwise at 1 o'clock with Heck.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. Now hand mug model, but also playing Lamosa, the Lorito Colossus, who, as I've said many a time, she is both fight and flight, and is ready to go. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, over to Turk.
Hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk Accented, and when I'm not flushed out by light, I'm also Orton Harlow, who is a great fool, and kind of like the leader, like super cool person.
Yeah.
And has a lot of explosives.
All right, and then that brings us over to Kian.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kian. Pronouns they, them, theirs. I am playing Essen tonight. If you were hanging out in our fun little adventure with Chaos and Coffee, Coffee and Chaos, Essen is very much defined by very wholesome crime. So Essen's theme tonight is going to be gay, do crime, so we'll see where that leads them. They are a Trog chronicler, so they are here to tell history, tell stories, and also every once in a while knock souls out of people so that everybody else can attack them. So that's me.
Yeah, as we found out, that ability is terrifying.
It is. It's so cool. Give me a chance, Hoop. I want to use it tonight.
I already promised a very interesting encounter. Is the game balanced for what we're about to do? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hi, I am Andrew, your games master for the evening and for most evenings around here. Although, like I said, you're gonna find a bunch of guest GMs behind the GM's chair in the coming weeks because we have a really cool event coming up. But every month we do put out a casting call, including casting calls for guest GMs to come and run some games. But if you do want to join us and roll some dice and come hang out, you can join our Discord. The link is down below, that big old button that says Discord. It's where we hang out, we post said casting calls, our schedules, and just generally hang out and be giant nerds. I wonder how many times I've said that. Hundreds.
At least once per episode, yeah.
Hundreds,
so quite
at
a few.
All right. I think we can dive into just a little bit of recap and then kick off what is bound to be a very interesting session. Last time, we did some shopping, got some cool new toys to play with, got a cool new mount, a Velociguana, as we have called it, and were approached by an individual who was looking for someone to take a job. Being that you have an airship, and just so happens that they happen to be in need of someone who can fly. They approached you with a fairly generous offering of, I believe it was 2 dust per crate. Maybe 3. I think it was 2 though. I'll go back and check my notes. But they wanted you to follow a flock of birds that stop by around evening and then disappear into the sky. Their feathers keep them camouflaged, and they're very hard to follow on foot. So, that's where you came in. Wherever they roosted, it's said that their home is filled with these crystals, these conductors of aether, and they sell for a very pretty penny. The more you could bring back, the more you would get paid. Now, Sibylla, your contact here, did stop by to see you off, offering you basically the promise of future partnerships should you come back. And then you were off, following the flock of the Camario birds. Little songbirds with kind of a blackened, starry like underbelly and a more brownish tan backs to keep them hidden when they want to fly low or hidden when they want to fly up against the night sky. On the way, however, the flock and you were attacked by a giant predator bird, like a demonic crow that had the ability to warp the space around it. Fearlessly, some of you leapt off the safety of your ship and just tried to attack this thing, which you did very successfully because it did flee with only a few bits of its health remaining. You found the nesting place, the home of these Camario birds, a beautiful cavern. Each crystal cluster seems holds a memory of those that have come before, and you see hundreds of other adventuring parties that have been through these caves, and yet somehow this place remains uncharted. Even to the historians that passed through here, they decided it was better off leaving this place a mystery, unknown. We took a few scraps, enough broken off pieces to fill about one of the crates, and decided that was good enough. You weren't going to destroy this place for a profit. Sibylla, having been the type that isn't too trusting, did send a little spy along with you, a little mechanical bird, to watch out and make sure that you didn't just take off with all the goods. Fortunately, as it was trying to flee to maybe report your location, maybe report recorded conversations, it did get squished, and whatever message it was trying to deliver lost forever. You had some time to rest, some time to patch your wounds, and then, as the entrance to this cavern system was closing from shifting sands, you slipped your way out and reboarded your airship, with the entrance now covered by sand. At the very least, if anyone tried to follow you, they'd likely find nothing here but sand. And I think that is where we could pick up.
It was 4 dust per every 2 foot by 2 foot box.
There you go.
And we've got 1 box.
You do have 1.
Well, that's 4 dust. That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but how much did that bird cost?
Oh, well, you know,
The crow did it.
He didn't deal us with insurance. He knew the risks of sending a crew out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my problem.
Yeah, I mean, the messenger got taken out by a bird of prey. What can I say?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not lying.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would all like to do? As the sun has started its rise, the cold, cold desert wind being pushed back by the ever-growing heat of the sun.
We're already on the way out, yeah?
Yep. Unless there's something you'd like to stop for.
Yeah, pretzels. No. No, but I do want to take the moment to kind of try to put the ship through its paces. See, you know, how fast we can go as we get our heading back, you know, see how quickly we can turn, you know, where we're at in terms of navigability.
Yeah. Why don't we get our very first roll of the game out of the way?
May I make a traverse roll?
Yeah, this is going to be standard risky.
Alright. Well, good thing I have 3 in traverse. So, let's hope that actually pays off. 532.
A 5?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The ship kind of groans and a little bit of protest as you're flying. It hasn't quite been put through the paces for a very long time. It's been dormant, deep underground, for a while. But you do start to get the hang of it. You get the cobwebs out. Notice that there's little like side boosters where it will just let out a puff of superheated air to kind of help keep itself oriented. Would you also make just a fortune roll?
It's just a d6, yeah?
Yep.
5.
Beautiful. Might be sixes.
Or don't.
Yeah. Doing some loops through the air. What would the rest of you be doing?
I mean, does Orton tell us that he's just gonna be like accelerating and slowing down the ship? Like,
Oh yeah, you absolutely get it. Better hold on to your hats, everybody! We're putting the old girl through her paces. She's been hibernating for too long.
and I feel like the first lurch we don't have enough time to prepare, but the others is fine. Yeah, I think that honestly, Lamosa is just going to be keeping an eye out to the sky because we already had one like really large bird of prey like just randomly come after us. So, she doesn't want that to happen again, or at least for it to be a surprise.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Essen has, for one, tied themselves to the ship because they don't want to go over and start falling again. So it's a long length of rope, but they are secured by rope to the ship just in case. And as Orton is kind of careening us through the air, Essen is having a very hard time with that, is going to kind of wave at Lamosa and try to get Orton's attention and just, I know that this is important, and I think Orton's having fun, but there's something I want to show you guys, and I'm going to reach for the scroll that I am carrying to try and share it with my companions.
Absolutely.
Kind of flagging down Orton. If you can just for 5 minutes, just
what?
Just chill out.
What's that?
Give me 5 minutes, Orton. Just 5 minutes.
No, sorry, I don't think I'm gonna get married yet.
Orton, you're a great driver. You don't have to prove it anymore. As I am clawing my way up, I'm gonna kind of
and you just go like, I turn around as you're like clawing, just stop really hard.
Oh God, I absolutely go flying forward. Essen does not have air legs. Is having a really hard time with this.
The big old like 8-foot frame of Essen just.
Damn, you'd be pretty good as a bowling ball.
At least we're stopped now. I wanted to show you guys something, if you're interested. And I'm going to pull out a very simply wound scroll with like a little latch to it, and I'm going to open it up. And Hoop, do they immediately see what I see? As far as like the words kind of shifting into images?
Orton might kind of get a very basic image that there's something happening, that the words are forming some kind of symbols, but you're really the only one here that's had the kind of training that it would take to be able to clearly see what's happening.
Okay. So I would just kind of hold the scroll out and kind of let them view and kind of explain. It seems like a bit of history. I'm technically not supposed to be looking at this, which means that y'all probably also are not supposed to be looking at this.
Those are the best things to look at.
I got a little bit curious, and I mean, there are so many things in history that aren't recorded. We just saw that in the cavern, so I don't know, maybe more people need to know things, but I'm trying to get this to another monastery. I was tasked with it, and I have no idea what this is actually supposed to be. And Hoop, if I'm remembering correctly, it does show what looks like kind of the monastery in its prime.
Yep.
Prior to. So I would kind of just explain this is where I grew up. And I don't know if it's supposed to be some sort of recorded history, but it's a pretty long scroll. If anybody wants to help me kind of try to decipher, and I'm going to kind of lay it out and roll it a pretty good length and kind of just see what I can see on this, giving it a little bit more thorough glance than I did the first time.
Yeah. How long would you like to take on it?
I mean, if Orton is not cartwheeling us through the skies, then I will probably take the rest of the time. If Orton is trying to throw us off the ship,
I'll put it back into a regular pace. Of course, I'm also very interested. You know, he's just been like sad about the cave and everything, so he's doing this as more of a distraction. But like, yeah, definitely getting with the extra, you know, oh wow, like a new thing. Yeah, he's sitting there trying to figure out why he can't understand the word, or like, can I understand the language at all with color tongue?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just everything is moving, and it's hard to like read it because the words keep shifting and moving around.
He's like following an E around the entire time. Where are you going? Where are you going? Find a constant.
Where's what going?
It's an E or some letter. I don't know. It's one. It's going everywhere. I don't understand it. It's wild.
wherever that section is, I'm just gonna like roll the scroll a little bit farther and scoot down so Orton can just kind of do whatever.
Does it have any pictures?
The words form into pictures.
Okay.
But
otherwise, this would hurt my head a lot.
To the untrained eye, it looks like it's just nonsense. It's like those like 3D images you have to like cross your eyes to see.
Oh God.
The eye relaxant.
Can I roll study for this?
Absolutely. Lamosa,
probably...
would you like to roll your sense? Because you're keeping an eye in the sky.
I would love to do that. This seems leading and I'm scared.
Alright. I rolled double ones.
That is a 6.
At least we won't die from the giant bird, but I don't understand anything.
No, I promise that this letter's got to be important. Just come on,
yeah, it's
on, land somewhere.
Like sitting down there with Orton, trying to go through this, trying to explain. It's more something you have to feel, something that just has to make sense to you. It's not really something that you could just point out to someone. And everything you're trying to point out, by the time Orton might start to understand what you're saying, it's already gone. The words have already left. It's shifted on to another scene. So it's just a very frustrating moment all around. And Lamosa, you said that was a 6? The skies are clear. There's some birds still floating around, some birds of prey, nothing that wants to get close enough to the ship to test out what it is. But it's a little further down than the sky that would draw your attention. Plumes of dust coming up over the horizon.
Does it look like something is causing it, or does this look like weather, like a weather phenomenon?
It looks like something is traveling quickly through the desert and kicking up dust in its wake.
Yeah, Lamosa will kind of point a feather down that direction. Like, I think someone's trying to go as fast as we are. Is it like going in the same direction we are, or is it opposite?
Headed towards you.
That's incredibly rude. Don't they know we're the fastest thing in the sky? I'm not even going that fast right now. They should be trying to go much faster than us. Should we race them?
Are they like pointedly coming toward us, like perpendicular almost?
They're kind of more. The two of you are kind of headed towards each other.
Okay. I mean, you can try to race them, Orton, but I don't know how you're going to tell if you win.
Oh, I'll win.
Essen is already rolling up the scroll, leaning over to one of the railings and kind of holding on to it.
But I got a better idea. And could I like it's not like a relic or anything, but it feels like something that Orton would absolutely buy at the bazaar we were just at with like trading some stuff. I just want to go to the front of the ship and pull out like an extremely long telescope, like the kind where like you think it's at its full length, and he just kind of whoops it a bit further and has to lean it on the bend, like the handrails, just to see a bit further, holding it like a bazooka that you're looking through at the end, like a recoilless rifle.
I think the one thing that would stand out is just the bright red and black symbolism of the Imperial Army.
Quick check-in with everybody. How do we feel about the Imperial Army?
Do I know anything about them? Or am I just gonna be like, the who?
I mean, has the Empire
no.
done much on your island?
I don't think so.
They're basically, I mean, like Lord check me. But like the Empire is basically like authoritarians trying to pull together the kingdoms and all the kin.
Yep.
Yeah, they're assholes.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't want to, and he like cuts half, like squishes together half of it, and then like is like actively trying to press it as he's coming back in. I don't want to like be the guy who's like, ooh, we should get ready for something, but Mimosa, and he hands it over. It's the little bit, just a little bit. It's precious. Thank you.
Like asking your dad to open a jar of tomato sauce or something.
Thank you. I'm not saying we might want to like batten down the hatch, prepare for battle or something, but the Empire likes to seal things. I like to, I'll do most other cool, not harmful things. There's a whole.
I like that too.
Yeah, right. High five.
Do you think we should try to get higher? Try to hide? Try to...
I don't know about you, but I don't know if hiding something points at either end of the large airship. I'm not sure if we... Are there any clouds like big enough that we might be able to get into the clouds?
Not really. You also
kind of
radiate aether.
Yeah, they're gonna detect us one way or the other. I think we might want to either get some height and maybe dive down on them if we feel like we can take them, or beat to stations.
Well,
we fixed the weapon systems, right?
Did
I
not.
say hopefully, and knowing we didn't repair the weapon systems.
Did we... Can I ask our mechanic buddies how they feel about the Empire?
Yeah, you would get a trio of nervous. Why would you, why do you want to know?
Well, are you trying to run from them, or are you willing to fight them? Is my question.
Well, we all escaped from an Imperial prison, so...
Oh
no.
Awesome.
We should probably try to take care of the mechanic buddies and maybe not confront the army right now.
As it's kind of gotten a little closer, even without the magnifying glass, or the telescopic lens, whatever you would call it.
Yeah, the telescopic farseer.
Yeah.
The Shizuka.
You could start to see the actual makeup of this thing, and it looks almost spider-like, but it is pure metal. It is blackened steel, and it is just marching its way across the desert. Very much, oh, what was that movie? Wild Wild West. Yep.
Steamworks Spider. I was thinking the same thing.
Which, I'm going to spend my villain point because I failed to beat your roll to notice you, but they are going to notice you. Thank you for the villain point, by the way.
No.
And we're going to take a shot with our just big old cannon.
Oh no.
That's 6. What's the defense of your balloon?
What is the defense
A
of
war balloon is a defense of 5.
I have the same defense as our war balloon.
Well, you both fly.
So your
oh my gosh.
Your war balloon has
If
a
you fly,
defense
your
of
defense is
5. It has a speed of 4. Has an HP of 48. And a vitality of 12.
Stop.
Uh-oh.
Why does this one just say sword stolen? My notes are weird. Anyway, so HP 48, vitality 20?
12.
Oh.
I heard 20. I could have sworn, and you said the yeah. Defense 5.
Speed 4.
And speed 4. Thank you. Cool. So it didn't hit us.
Rolled a 6.
Oh, okay. So it didn't hit us because you're nice.
On hits, that is 2 die plus fray.
Two die plus fray. That's cool. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I'll keep track of our ship, which we need to name.
4, 10, 14 points of damage.
I
Ow.
not have time to name it.
Well, that's only 2 through our vitality.
This
I'm sure
shot
that takes a
just
long time.
hits that arcane shield, that etheric shield, and just shatters it.
Hey! That's my ship! Keep your cannonballs out of it!
Stop shooting holes in my ship!
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna jump into some initiative.
Oh my god.
Basically, whoever wants to pilot the ship, you can basically give up any amount of actions you want to make the ship move, to make it dash. You don't have your weapon systems at the moment. You don't have your bombs. Yep. You can basically pilot it.
We should really take care of that next time we have a chance.
I can pilot because I can also give y'all bombs, or I can be dropping my Carnival bombs like a World War I bomber off the side.
Yeah.
I am probably better served not. How high up are we? Are we significantly higher than this thing?
I'd say you're about 10 spaces up.
Oh wow, we're not that high at all. Most of my stuff is going to be support. So if we want me to have one of my actions be dedicated to trying to maneuver the ship, I can.
What's
if
your
that's
traverse?
a traverse roll, let me see. I have 1.
Okay, well, it's better than 0.
It is.
Lamosa, you can fly, so you probably...
Huh?
But here's the thing. I could give you bombs, and both of your strengths are probably better than mine, like smatches or...
Yeah.
Oh, and my traverse is 3, and I got a plan. So I'll fly the ship.
All right.
Should I go first?
Go for it.
Sure.
Okay. I want to pull us up. Could I apply my skirmisher feature since I'm piloting? to move diagonally?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. I want to take us up and forward to gain altitude on it. So we'll go up and forward. And I'll just dash to make it an even 8. Or
dash is
or
2,
no.
so it'd bring you 6.
Dash is 2. Yeah. Sorry. Again, I'm thinking with my class, the speed is you dash at full speed. So 6.
Just start this acceleration up, which does kind of show off your underbelly a little.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where all of the heavy wood is rather than the balloon. So that's my immediate thought there.
Makes sense.
Hey, here's the plan. Y'all do something to him, and then I'll give you some bombs to do more to him. And if there's anything heavy that you don't like, well, I'll give you a chance to use it.
Okay.
That's the spirit, Lamosa!
We're gonna go back to the sand crawler, and we're gonna launch a harpoon, because that's only one action. 16, yeah. And that is just a dice. That is 4 points of damage. As you are starting your ascension, there's just this heavy thud that just resonates through the ship. And then everyone just... It feels like the floors just took out from under you, and your ascending just stops and actually starts to pull you down a little bit, as a giant harpoon is now embedded in the bottom of your airship. Second action.
Oh no, not another one.
In case I try to use that again, remind me that requires a 4+ to charge.
Okay.
Don't want to cheat you out of the recharge.
Oh, thank you very much.
We're just gonna use the side cannons, because can't use the main cannon. All foes in the area just take fray damage and would be shoved 1, but the airship is sturdy and it can't be shoved. So you would all... I don't think you could hit you from this angle, technically, so I think your ship would just take 4. I think you'd all have enough cover from it that you'd be unaffected.
Okay, that's still not great. We're sitting at 38 out of 48.
Just slightly turns its spider-like body, now with the rope just connecting you to its head. Some doors open up, and just like a dozen small cannons just rocket out, sending these small bullets peppering into your ship. That's it. It's back to you.
Can I try to get this harpoon out of our ship?
How would you like to do
I don't know. It's like I'm not sure how much larger it is than me, and if I can wrench it out.
The head of the harpoon is about the size of you.
Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm trying to think, would... Because, can we use just, the standard actions during combat, or is that,
Sure, why not?
Thing? Okay, because I'm thinking the most relevant one would probably be Smash. Unless I could somehow finagle tinkering to be relevant.
I would accept either.
Alright, well, I don't want to cause more damage to the ship, so if I could use Tinker, that'd be A+.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, cool. I have 1 in that. That's a 4.
4. The, just running downstairs, this thing impacted, just a bolt of a crossbow drove through the bottom of the ship and then expanded out to these hooks that just embedded themselves. just start tinkering onto one of those hooks just to get it undone, and then it would just snap off. There are still 3 more of them, but it is starting to lose its grip.
Cool. I mean, is there really anything else I can do? I don't think there is.
Not really from down here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell to the rest of the group. I'm gonna keep working on getting this thing off so they can't drag us all the way down.
But we dragged them up!
Do you think this thing can take that?
I mean... maybe?
Well, we better figure it out fast.
Well, I'm gonna go with the gunners, who are going to attach their zip lines to the cable and just start rocketing themselves up towards your ship.
You can't trick me. This is just wild, see.
But that's it. That's their turn.
Never mind. Looks like you have bigger problems.
How close are the gunners now?
With their dash and using their ability, by the end of their turn, they'd be thudding into the bottom of the ship.
Oh, jeez. Okay. They're not on the deck with us?
No.
Oh, jeez. Okay. For one of my actions, this is perhaps a silly question. Is the harpoon attached with a rope or a chain?
It is a
Please say a
thick
rope.
metal cable.
I am going to ask Turnip to go help Lamosa. I don't know what Turnip might be able to do, but I don't know what else Turnip can do
Yeah,
for her.
you
So
wanna spend
one
one
of my
action on it?
actions, yes, I'm going to send Turnip and just tell him, try to help Lamosa. We need to get that thing out of the ship.
Yep.
And then for my other action, I am going to...
I'll let you roll for Turnip.
Oh, what do I have to roll for him?
2d6, because he's going to do
Okay.
tinkering. I rolled double ones, so I'm going to let you roll.
A 6 and a 4.
Yeah. Gets to the hook and just opens up the little claws, starts tinkering away, using some of that Aether reserve to just burn like a cutting torch until another part of the hook just comes flying off.
Awesome. And then for my other action, I'm going to, I don't know what's helpful here. Did I see the gunners?
From below deck, you wouldn't, but you did hear Orton say that you have bigger problems.
Okay.
Oh no, you're not below deck. You're on deck. Yeah, you actually would see him.
Okay. Then I am going to use my growing season ability. I'm going to mark, well, is Lamosa in range 5 of me? Could I get to Lamosa being in range 5?
Yeah, you don't have line of sight to Lamosa because she's
It's
below
okay.
deck. But...
I don't want to do that anyway. I'm going to do it to Orton. So I'm going to get within range 5 of Orton, and I'm going to mark Orton. So after Orton's next turn, an Eden Fruit will summon adjacent to him somewhere. But this fruit has a blessing token on it. So any of the allies can walk through, snatch up that blessing if they need it. And then if a foe walks through, they destroy it, but they become poisoned and branded.
Okay.
That will be my turn.
I suppose I'll go with the big old battle wagon again, Sandcrawler, and we might as well just use 2 actions on the main cannon. I mean, might as well.
I mean, it's just to have 2 actions, 2 turns to per round to do that. And also, can it not have that?
Should we maybe take that away?
That's a d20. That's an 18.
Oh my god.
Defense
Luke.
5 is rough.
Yeah. I've been playing it the entire game.
3, 4, so total of 7.
Okay, not the worst. Not great.
Another chunk of the ship just gets blasted to shreds. That's it. I think Pops is just going to help you steering the ship. So if you need to step away from the console, the ship will still drive itself. It'll still be able to boost. You won't have to worry about it.
Gotcha.
And that brings us to round 2. You all have one. I can never remember what the name of these points are.
The resolve point?
Resolve, yes. You have one group resolve. And you just took a rest, so I believe your individual resolves have reset.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, your individual resolve should be 1 because you just rolled initiative.
Okay. Even better.
Alright. Who wants it?
Do you want to fight the guys, or do you want me to try and pull this thing up into the sky?
I mean, I think what I'm going to do is going to depend on which one you do.
Okay. So I'll go first. I am going to try and put all thrust into going up to pull this thing. Hopefully, like you said, it's at the head of it. I want to like up rear end it and maybe leave it on its back like a turtle.
Yeah? Well, you're going to have 1 less d6 for this because of the harpoon. And we're going to throw some competing dice here. I got a 6 and a 4.
6 and a 3.
Both are highest for 6, so reroll.
Okay.
I got a 5.
I got 2 1s.
We have a hero point.
You do.
I would like to use a hero point.
Please do.
Good call.
That's a 5 and a 4.
Reroll.
Oh my god.
5 and a 2.
Come on.
5 and a 4.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, pull.
A 3 and a 2.
A 4 and a 3.
You were righting the ship. That's not the word, but it is now.
It just
no longer at this weird angle, but now it is level, starting to rise, and that cable is straining. As it had started to, reel you back in, but now you're pulling against it, pulling that cable back out.
Come on, girl, come on. Secondary action, I'd like to Carnival.
Oh.
And I just look over to Pops. Why don't you send him a present? Seeing as we're like above them and straining now.
Mm-hmm.
And if Pops could just go over and dump that over the side.
Oh yeah.
I'll start rolling my d6. So you can tell me when it gets to the ground.
Pops,
Oh, it doesn't immediately blow up.
Pops looks very nervous. Like, more so than usual. Like, you fought a giant bird, and Pops was a little nervous because all of you kept jumping over the edge of the ship, but he looks really nervous.
Don't worry, Pops. I'll get you home in time for dinner. You can share a few stories, too.
Surely that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm definitely going to go with the gunners before you cut that cable and send them plummeting to their doom. And they're going to use their grapple ability to teleport up to 3 away, just to the edge of the balcony of the ship. Because grappling hooks are great. There, it's grappling hook. Oh, that's a condition that I don't think we've had yet. Give me 1 second to look this up. There's a lot of conditions.
Just as a quick aside, Orton, if you would have wanted to, you could have snatched that blessing if you want the blessing.
I'm good for the moment, but I might need it later.
It stays with you. If you wanted to grab it, all you would have had to do is move into that space, and then it's yours.
Okay, so shattered just means that you can't gain or benefit from vigor.
Oh shit.
Orton and Essen, the two of you, as these grappling hooks come really up over the edge and then yank the gunners up, you would both become shattered.
Oh shit.
Rude.
And one of them is going to spend an action to throw down a suppressor turret. Just this little box that lands, grows legs, a barrel pops out of it, and then it just starts scanning the ship for targets.
Oh, that is so cool!
No, it's not.
And because it is technically a squadron, I'm not going to give all of them 2 actions because that would be ridiculous. But one of them is just going to open up with a heavy arquebus shot onto Orton because you're driving.
That's fair. Try and hit me. But also actually don't try and miss.
16.
Yes, that will hit.
I don't know. I miss you for like 90% of the attacks that go against you.
No, it's gonna hit. It's not blinded, is it?
It's not blinded.
Are they slow?
No.
Okay. How much damage?
I need to look what another condition does, because there's so many conditions.
I am shattered already, so...
Vulnerable.
Oh gosh, all damage taken increases by 1.
By one die?
No, just 1.
1 total. Okay, that's not bad. So on a hit, it is 2 die plus fray.
2 die? Oh, gosh.
3
and fray.
7, 8, 9, and you are now vulnerable.
So 9 damage.
9 damage. Yep.
Ugh. Okay.
And that's it. There's a small squadron up on the ship, but like I said, I'm not going to give them all 2 actions. And it's over to you. Oh, I guess I should give you a description of these guys. They just thick, like military cloth, these breathing masks on their faces, heavy black powder rifles that just strapped to their back. One of them had pulled it up when they got aboard, took a shot at Orton. They don't make any sounds, like there's no... They're communicating between each other, but without words. Like very just subtle hand gestures every now and then, as if they were working as one very organized team. But it's back to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Because of the suppressor turret, you take 1 more point of damage.
Oh god. Oof.
Oof is right.
Whenever a foe within range would take damage, they take 1 piercing damage.
Are we high enough in the sky that dropping this thing is a good idea?
Yeah, but I told Pops to do it, so...
Oh, okay.
Pops is currently just like trying to hoist it up to the edge, which he can take his turn and drop it if you'd like.
Okay. I trust Pops to do it. I think he's gonna do a great job.
Absolutely.
It's literally just like, can be a shove or something.
Alright.
And it doesn't blow up.
How much movement is it gonna take me to get back up where all these guys are?
I don't think it'll show up on camera, but I just rolled the d20 for Pops. It was a natural 20.
Nice! Let's go.
Sorry, what was your question?
How far away are the friends?
From
Not
you
friends.
below deck, probably 3.
3? Perfect! That's my speed. Oh, I can get up there. At the very least. Yeah, because I'm just going to use Valkyrie anyway. So first I'm going to enter a Blood Rage as my first action. I'm gonna move. It's like, stop wrecking our ship! And with unprecedented speed, she's going to go up to the deck and just hit the first gunner that she sees.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. Yeah. It's a 15.
Absolutely hits.
Perfecto. So d6 plus my fray, for a total of 6.
6. Nice done. No armor in them. So it's just 6.
Nice, and that's me.
Just comes sprinting up. You have, is it a lance or is it a sword?
It's a sword. Comically large sword compared to her.
Just bust your sword across one of them, nearly sends him back over the edge. Back to them. We're gonna go with the big ol' sandcrawler, who is going to spend an action to start reeling the ship back. Roll off. Yeah, a pair of 5s. You're muted.
You're super muted, my friend.
6 and a 5.
Fine. We use the side cannons. You have leveled out, and I think all of you are on the deck now. So everyone aboard would take 2, your ship would take 4. Sorry, last round I should have actually rolled for the mechanics, so they can start trying to patch up the holes. Dice each of them for every success. That's 2 successes, so you can add 2 hit points back. Because they're just frantically trying to repair the ship as it's getting blown apart. You hear shouting from below deck. Do we have any spare parts? So, anywhere? Anything? At all? No? Alright, we'll figure it out.
Revise, damn it! You're thieves! I thought you were good at that!
Essen just like grabs bits that have fallen off from the attacks and starts tossing them below deck. This is all we got, you gotta use it.
Alright. That's the crawler done. It's back to you.
I think it's my turn. Is that correct?
Yeah.
At the end of the round. Are we trying to get this harpoon off the ship? Is that still the move?
I want it on.
Okay. Okay.
I
Just
want to
making
pull
sure.
this thing up like the worst fisherman ever.
I am going to recall Turnip so that he doesn't keep trying to take the harpoon claws out.
Okay.
Do I need an action for that? I'll use one if I need to. Okay. And I'm just going to have Turnip come and hang out on my shoulder because I don't know what I'm scared to let him fight. Actually, I'm just going to command Turnip to fight. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he can use his little fists or summon that spirit, but
Will you roll a d4?
I'm going to tell him. A d4?
Yeah.
Please hold. I did not pull one. Whoa. 3.
3. That's a little arm shot. So roll d20, please.
18.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The arm shot doesn't roll an attack. Just one of the arms just turns into this little pea shooter and just points at one of them. One of the foes is marked.
Oh yes, I love him so much. Okay. That was one action, correct?
Yep.
Since I had him follow command. Okay. And then for my second action, I am going to Orton, how hurt are you?
Ow. Like ow amounts.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm bloody.
Okay. I am going to cure Orton of the shattered effects.
Should clear the vulnerable.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you had both. I will clear you of vulnerable.
Sorry, not to tell you what to do, but vulnerable is going to make him take more damage. And I don't think
appreciate
Orton
it.
has a way of gaining vigor?
No, but I do have
Okay.
6. That would be useful later on. So definitely Shattered first, probably. Not Shattered second.
Okay.
Vulnerable.
So I'm gonna clear you vulnerable. Just a reminder, Orton, that bless is still right next to you if you want to take it. And that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Well, the ship below you gonna take its second turn because it is elite, and we're gonna roll off again. I had a pair of 3s, Orton.
5 and a 3.
They locked in place. Yeah, that's it. We're just gonna load the big cannon. It's back to you, but I think that's everyone gone. Orton, did you go?
Yeah, I pulled the ship up.
All right,
That
top
was-
of round
we
3.
leveled up, yeah.
That means you now have 2 group resolve. And you're first.
Do you want me to keep pulling? Alright, who?
You.
I'm gonna pull that thing upward, try to get it into the sky.
Let's do it. 6 and a 2.
6 and a 6! 6 and a 6.
Continue rising, like picking up the top feet from the sands of this spider-like crawler. It's now trying to like reel back and get purchase.
I'm letting all you Imperial fucks know right now. I'd welcome you aboard my crew, but there's only so much room for assholes.
In this condition, its main cannon is inoperable. It cannot hit you with it.
Ah, the plan! It works, kind of.
Nice.
It can still shoot
Lakota.
the deck sweepers, but its main cannon cannot fire. You still have another action.
Yeah, actually, am I in range of anyone of the invaders here?
Yeah, absolutely. Considering you all within melee range of all of the boarding party.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to roll a d6 and try to hit them with death.
Okay.
That's name of the ability, but also if it kills them, that'd be pretty sweet. Okay, so am I in range? I'm in range 3 of how many in a straight line? Like 1,
It's
2.
Technically one creature. It's a squadron.
Okay, so I'll hit the squad with death. If they're within range 3, which they are, right in the line. They are going to take 10 divine. Plus 3 fray, and they're all also going to be burning. So 13 total divine damage and burning. They didn't happen to already be under half health, right?
No.
Oh, darn. Okay.
They are now, however.
I gotta check. Finishing blow. You attack a bloody foe. No. Okay. Damn. All right. I'd really love to get it. Secondary question. How close is the Carnival bomb to the crawler? It was dropped last turn. Is it?
It's a little iffy, but if we go up of Pop's turn, then it'd probably be about above it. One more of Pop's turns, and it'll probably hit the ground next to it.
Can I make a request? Because Pops rolled a natural 20 on your roll to throw it, could it be on a course to fall into the barrel of the main gun?
Absolutely.
Now, I want to make this bargain because every turn I've been rolling a d6, and if I hit a 6, that thing blows up early. So, start of next round, it goes down the barrel.
Just like a golf ball just down a hole.
Okay, so that's a 4 on the bomb at the end of my turn. But it's every turn now, so...
All right.
I'll do it and let you know if you want to. Otherwise, I'll let you know when it blows up.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the gunners. Another one is gonna pull out the heavy arquebus, and we're gonna take a shot at Essen because you take out the healers first.
Oh.
They wouldn't know that I'm a healer. I don't look like one.
You just healed Orton.
Well, maybe they're dumb. Who? I'm very afraid because you keep giving us tips and advice and helping us, and that always stresses me out when a DM wants to help the players. Okay,
I just do
makes
that.
me really nervous.
Hoop's just kind of nice.
It's an 11 against your
I mean,
defense.
it definitely hits. I can't remember where it is, but
It's on your the page above your moves. On your job.
Heavy Archivist is 2 die plus Fray. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8 damage to Essen. 9 damage because of the suppressor turret.
cool. Love to see it. Oh wait. Okay.
Hey, it's not cool. It's kind of scary.
And one action. Do you want to do the cool thing, or do we hold off?
Do the cool thing. Do it at me if you're gonna kill somebody, since I asked you to do it. Please don't kill anybody else.
I mean, you can try and kill me, but I warn you, I'm a very good liar. And I'll simply tell death I should still be alive.
Okay, Thomas.
They're gonna pull out their single-use thumper gun, point it at.
Just 3 people. You can roll a d6 for it if you want.
I mean, Lamosa's clearly a bird. Tossing you overboard wouldn't do anything. Orton clearly has mechanical knowledge and is behind the pilot's chair. They're gonna throw the thumper gun into you. God. That's a 6.
You miss, which means Team Trick. Which means take 1 damage. As that thumper, like he ducks back past the thumper, probably like tears off a little bit of the machinery from one of the handles, like the grip or something, and just chucks it at one of them back.
So, on a miss, you take nothing. Another foe within range 3 takes the fray damage and is shoved 3. Essen, you take 3 fray damage. As this shot meant for Orton soars wide, hits just out of the corner of your eyes. You see this small little grenade just rocket to your feet, and then this concussive round that just throws you back. Will you roll the save for me? Just a d20, and you want higher than a 10?
That's a 13.
13. You get slammed into the railing, but not overboard.
Oh, thank God. That's okay. I'm still tied. I'm still tied off because I did it at the beginning because I knew this would happen.
SNO here catching strays.
Like, you just hear this aborted, like, what? And then gone. Just launched across to the other side.
I'm sorry.
Rude!
Because you collided with something, you take the fray damage again. So you take 3 more damage.
Oh my God.
That's why it is a once per fight gun.
Yeah.
But that's it. They're done.
Alright.
Mimosa?
Yeah, I can go. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna move up to whoever I gotta move up to and give them a good whack.
Yeah. Sorry, Essen, you take 4 and 4 instead of 3 and 3 because of the suppressor turret.
Well, and I'm in danger because I was taking from my vigor, but I forgot that I am still shattered.
Oh no.
So that... I can't do math. I'm definitely bloodied.
Okay. So that was an 18 to hit for me.
Yeah. Defense 8.
Nice. I only have more than I do. That is a 5 plus my fray for 9 damage.
Oof. They're far below bloody. Turk, you did get another fate point from your lovely non-Neverborn companion, and you got a floating fate point for the party from our moderator, Moon Moon Raccoon.
Thank you, Moo Moo.
This is my last action. I want to take whatever is nearby that, like, we don't care about breaking or whatever, and just throw it at the turret. I would like to use the whack action. We need to use that more.
Like, just
whack.
Toss something over the edge, and it just plinks against the cannon, doing a point of damage.
Yeah.
The first point of damage done to the crawler.
Yes, good.
Ears. All right. That's you done. That sends us to the crawler, who can't use its main cannon, but it is going to use its deck guns. And at this angle, it can only do 4 damage to the ship. It can't get an angle to hit any of you. And then we're going to try to reel you in. Try to get its feet back onto the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I just rolled a 1 to not have the bomb not blow up when Lamosa finished.
3 and a 2.
5 and a 5.
Still can't
You're
use
going
its cannon.
skyward.
Back to you.
Is that oh, no.
I think Essen still has to go.
I am going to summon a kin chewer, which is a carnivorous plant. So I want to be in range 4 of these little punk ass whatever that keep hurting me.
The gunners, yeah.
The gunners. I want to be in range 4 of them. I have to summon it in an unoccupied space. When I summon it, I can direct the plant to bite a foe, so it takes 2 piercing damage, and it must save or be immobile until the end of their next turn.
17.
Rude.
Just bites the ankle of one of them, and they just kind of shake their foot and kick it off.
And then he does get to stay there, so I get to do things with him later. And then for my other, I will cure myself of the shattered status because
So get your vigor back.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't want Turnip to attack?
Oh
no.
Yes, if I.
I'm sorry, I forgot about Turnip. The one that was marked that took its shot. After it takes that attack, it automatically takes your fray damage as Turnip just starts peppering it with little bullets. What is your fray damage?
Yeah. I love Turnip so much. My fray damage is 3.
Takes 3.
Turnip's the main character now.
Turnip's the real MVP. Delightful. Yes, I'm just gonna have him keep attacking whatever needs to be done for that.
D4, please.
Another 3.
3. Okay. He'll mark another one with his little pea shooter.
Okay.
All right. I think that just leaves the crawler, who is gonna try to game a tug of war again.
He's coming for me.
It's a 6 and a 2.
5 and a 2. Damn it!
Just gets to reel back into the point where the feet hit the ground.
Hero points, my guy. Next time. My hero points, my guy.
It.
It's one just for me. Just for this case. Come on, give me a 6. No.
It does get its feet to the ground. Unfortunately for it, that did cost an action. So fortunately for you, it does not have 2 actions to shoot its cannon. It is just going to unleash the deck guns, which is going to do 4 damage to your ship. That's it. Back to you. You now have 3 resolve points for the group, plus the one that you all got for rolling initiative, and you're first.
Point of order. The bomb didn't blow up that last round. But now, Did it fall into the cannon?
Absolutely did.
Fantastic. I'm going to do two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'm going to shoot that guard group with death. So, what range are they from me? If we're all on the same deck, like
they're between 4 and adjacent.
Okay, perfect. So one a range of 1 will hit them.
Yes.
They can take 6 divine damage. No, wait, they're already burning, so it's actually 8 divine damage, and I get a stacked die. You know what I'm gonna use this D6 for? Where I can make it a 6
to blow up.
Oh gosh, don't ruin all my. No. Yes, I cashed that in. But first, I want to pull up more again.
Yeah.
And no, I'm gonna take that ship and try to make it fly. I got 2 5s.
I had a 5 and a 1.
Still 5s. So...
And a 6.
3 to 2. All right. In that case, will lose that fight, but bomb will explode. So
what does it do normally?
It inflicts a D10 of damage, and everyone in the area is burned and blinded.
So roll 2d10 twice and take the better result of the d10s. So whichever pair of d10s rolls higher, take that. Because you are dropping it into an ammunition cache.
That is 11.
So the higher pair rolled 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 and a 5 versus 7 and a 1.
And I'm going to roll save for the cannon. Nope, that's a 3. The cannon is inoperable.
Aha! Lego! Play go!
Below you, it's just this muffled boom, and then more boom, 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 along just the length of this spider mechanoid creature. Is that your turn?
Move, death, and bomb. Yeah, nope.
We're gonna go with the gunners before they die, because half of them have already been cut down, and the others aren't particularly appreciative of what's happening. So we're gonna take one heavy arquebus shot at Lamosa. That is a natural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I don't think it matters against you. No, you have armor.
I do have armor.
A critical hit for the heavy arquebus makes it divine damage.
Uh-oh.
And that is 13 points of damage.
Okay. Alright.
I think I forgot about vulnerable. Does heavy arquebus make you vulnerable? It does.
It does.
So Essen, you should have been vulnerable, but I don't think you've taken damage since you took the arquebus shot. And Lamosa, you are now vulnerable. And the suppressor turret would then go off, so you take 2 piercing damage. And then they're going to use the last action to grappling hook back to the cable and get out of here. Because they don't want to die. But that's it. It's back to you.
Is it just me, or...
I think it's just you.
I mean, how... Oh, wait. Did I go?
No, not this round.
No, so...
Yeah, this was like, hold on. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember. My brain short-circuiting just a little bit.
If you want me to go first, I can cure you of that vulnerable status, just in case.
That just is damage taking, right?
Yeah, you take 1 extra point of damage.
And even if they're grappling hook, have they gone yet? Or...
Yeah. So the grappling hook makes them teleport to a point within range 3, which puts them underneath your ship on that cord, and they're starting to rappel their way down.
But they're in range 3 of me, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Valkyrie can be used at a range of 3, so I'm gonna try to hit them again.
Dive off the edge of the ship, extend your wings, and just start slicing them up as they slide down.
You're not getting away with this. For an 11.
You had absolutely
to hit. And that is 7 damage total.
You needed 3.
That's what I rolled.
The last of them are just cut down by your comically large sword. Yeah, that's the gunner's dead. Those are scary enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have any actions left?
I mean, is there anything else within range of me?
From the outside, you could try to smash the harpoon.
Yeah, we've won enough of those challenges. Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do that.
Yeah, go for it. You get an extra d6 because of how damaged it already is.
Nice. That's a 6.
The third one, just from the outside, just start beating against the hooked head, and you hear another one just snap. There's only one left, and it's just barely holding on. We're gonna go with the crawler, who's gonna try to reel you in, Orton.
Yeah. How far away are we now? Because you said we were like 8 up.
Yeah, and then you succeeded, and they succeeded to pull you back down. So it was just kind of this tug of war back to where you were.
Okay, so we're still at 8. I'd like to try and win this to go at least one space up, if that's possible.
So
For no reason. Don't worry.
I'll
about
give
it.
you a chance. I'll give you a devil's deal, basically. You can either roll one fewer dice, and if you win, you will get to rise. Or you can just make a normal contest, and if you win, you're going to cause damage to the ship by basically ripping like the harpoon along the bottom of it, causing more damage.
Keep the 8 spaces, and I'll keep my dice.
All right.
Let's do it.
That's
5 and a 6.
It's a 1 and a 1. So you're gonna take its fray damage. You're gonna take three damage to the ship.
Okay, 17 out of 48.
And
Still holding.
again, the front end of it is now up in the air as you are now 12. Height 12.
Mm-hmm. We're height 12. Could we hold at height 9 for no reason at all?
Sure.
I just want to like get it a little bit up.
It's gonna shoot the deck guns, which can only hit the bottom of your ship, so that's 4 damage to your ship.
Okay, that's 13 out of 48.
And it's back to you.
I'm gonna look at Orton. We're keeping the harpoon in for now?
You can detach it. Probably be smart too.
So I'm going to go over and try to just yank the last thing out. Well, if I can reach it. If I can reach it by like grabbing the railing with my feet and dangling myself over.
You can also just walk down the stairs and get to it.
Okay, cool. That's less fancy, but we'll take it.
You get 2 extra dice against this because there's only one left and it's barely holding on.
And it's a smash roll.
Yeah, works for me.
A 6, a 1, and a 2.
6 is plenty. Just snap off that last hook. And would you all roll the save for me?
Oh dear.
Because, not centrifugal force. What am I thinking of? Kinetic motion?
Yeah, but like tension?
Yeah, because you were being held down by a thick metal cable, and now that cable just...
It's the potential energy of it being released into real energy. Yeah.
Hey, are we fine if I use one of our floating hero points?
Please do. I'm gonna keep this one because I think it's thematic and I like it, and I think my dice is actually very smart.
I rolled a 9.
So, So I used a hero point to re-roll, and I rolled the same number. It was a 9.
Everybody
We all just
failed.
get launched.
I'm gonna roll for pops. That's a 2.
Does Turnip get to stay? Do I have to roll for Turnip?
I've considered Turnip on you.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I forgot to roll for your mechanics over the past couple turns, so I'm just gonna roll for them a few times. That's 1 success. That's no successes. And 3 successes. So the ship heals 4.
Excellent. Back to
I'm gonna roll their
16.
save. That's a natural 1.
Oh my god.
All of you get knocked prone from suddenly jolting up into the air. And you all take its fray damage, which is 3.
Okay.
Okay.
But you are now free.
Yay!
Perfect. Top of the round.
Let's motor.
Yeah, is that every... No, I don't think Essen went. No, Essen just went.
I did. Yeah.
I think you had a second action if you wanted to use it for anything.
I still have the shattered effects or status. I would like to ask
You
Turnip
don't have
for help.
any more. The gunners are gone.
Oh, damn it. I'm gonna ask Turnip for help anyway, and I'm gonna see what he does. I'm kind of just gonna hold out my injured body and say help. I'm just gonna see what he does. I don't know if he'll give me a hug. I don't know if he's gonna like magically heal me with some ether. If he's gonna find me a drink. I don't know, but I gotta get a range of what all of his actions are. So.
Okay. D4, please.
Yes. Surprise me, my child.
He holds out the pea shooter.
I know. Pops me once with it. That is
The
a
crying
1.
kid.
Would you roll a d6, please?
A 5.
5. Turnip takes 5 damage. As it goes to
Why?
access some system that's been dormant for years, and there's just this puff of black smoke as half his body is now just charred from the internal explosion.
That was the worst possible thing, and I also don't know how many hit points Turnip has.
No, we don't.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's my boy.
One of his
Is he still
spider-like
standing?
limbs is just
My
now
son.
smoking.
But he's like still alive.
Yes, he's very much still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna scoop him up and cry. I feel so bad. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, then we're back to the top of the round. You have 4 resolve and 1 individual each.
Hi, question. How's the crawler looking?
The crawler itself has taken 12 of much more than 12.
How, like, not
like
even
that you
close to
said
being
that.
bloodied?
If I had to put just an arbitrary number at its max HP of, like, off the top of my head, 80, it might be about that.
Holy shit.
We're gonna need more bombs.
Yeah, that is where, you know, your repaired gunning system and your repaired bombing systems would come in handy.
Kind of wanna limit break it.
I don't know that we've seen Orton's limit break.
I don't think we have.
I kind of want to limit break it, but I'm afraid it's not going to be enough damage, which is kind of crazy given what, like, is going to occur.
We've seen Pops, we've seen Lamosas, I think we've seen Essens.
Do it.
Do it? Okay,
Do it
fantastic.
for the story.
Do it, and we're cool. Perfect. Okay, so Orton's going to leave the wheel and jump off the ship.
Pops will immediately take it.
Okay.
Just hear this
Wait a
muttering of dead blasted kids.
Yeah, no, he's going to drop and just start falling, and while he's doing that is basically going to just start, like, dumping various fireworks and stuff out of his bag to such a point where it's more like a clustering of bombs and such that he just kind of takes a handful, like, in between each of his fingers, he kind of lights matches off of both of his forearms and starts twirling down as it's a continuing basically, spiral of explosives leading into a giant explosion at the bottom. Because it's 9. So, curtain call. I teleport to the first. I roll a d6. No shit, that's a 6. Which is kind of what I needed. And I didn't account for the fact that I need a second stack dice before I started this. But it's fine. Teleport 9 spaces to the first foe, which would be the Sandcrawler. Then I roll a d10 plus fray and inflict the effect based off of how far it is. So that is a 10 plus 3 for 13. At 9 spaces, we times that by 4, and it's divine, inflict burning, and the character is stunned.
It is sturdy, it can't be stunned.
Well, 1 second. That's a total of 52 damage, divine.
52 damage.
Damn.
Raining chaos on the deck of this ship. The crew that were out, like getting their rifles ready to start taking pot shots up at you, just have to leap from the edge of the ship to try and avoid this raining bombardment of 52 points of damage.
Orton lands and then, like ballerina pirouettes as the explosions still keep raining around him. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this not the stage? I thought this was a stage. Where's my bouquet of flowers? Oh, here it is. And just throws one more explosive down a hatch somewhere. But that's my turn. I'm on that thing while hopefully it's blowing the fuck up.
Yep. I mean, it's at 64 of 80. Because you said that was divine damage, right?
Yeah, divine.
Yep. It's probably a good thing that you didn't kill it. It has overcharged 10. So when it would die, it just goes boom in a very large radius.
Well, if it looks sufficiently incapacitated.
It's pretty well incapacitated.
Do we need to drop... I can... God. Are we clear combat, or...
Is that your turn? Are you good on...
That's my turn. That's 2 actions. That's my curtain call is 2 actions, so that's me.
So you're on the crawler.
I'm on it amidst chaos. Exactly where I love to be. Everything's on fire and blowing up, and I have a plan, if that helps anybody.
Okay. We are still in combat for the moment, but that might change very soon. The crawler can do nothing. It is officially out of commission. But I'm gonna put a pause in that music for a second.
We have our Rocky Talkies.
We do.
Hey, you think you can like drop a rope or something, or land a good distance away?
I got you. Throws a line.
That's what I want.
Oh, good. Go. So I'll just run like a... Oh, okay. Knew I should have done cardio.
Essen
Shit, it's out on the mic. It's out on the mic.
Essen Lamosa. Would you roll your sense at minus
boy.
2 dice?
Uh-oh.
At minus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
If that would bring you below 1, then you'd roll 2 dice and take the lower.
That will take me to 1 die.
Oh. It was a 2. The other one was a 6, but...
Well, I rolled a 2 as well.
Yeah. As you throw the rope overboard towards Orton, and assuming that you immediately grab on and start hoisting your way up. It did take a minute. You both watch that chaos down below of crew, like, starting to pop out and starting to, like, try to put out fires and try to get this thing to not blow up and kill them all in a nuclear explosion. Orton, did you have something?
Yeah, I want to drop a carnival bomb over the edge as I get
good
pulled
measure.
away. Just chuck it somewhere that seems kind of important as I'm coming by.
You chaos gremlin.
Hey, is this pipe important? I think that's like 15 points. I get pulled.
The three of you, after Orton climbs his way up, would just catch just the briefest flash of cloth as you look around and not see Pops.
Wait,
Pops?
what?
Ah!
Huh? No. No.
Sorry,
He was at the head of the ship, right? He was steering?
if I'm here and you're here, then who's piloting the ship?
No one.
No, fuck, where's Pops? I go and look back over the side of the rail.
I mean, there's the burning hull of the crawler, but that's it.
I'm gonna ask Turnip if he knows where Pops went.
Just start crawling and skittering through the ship.
It's fine. Old guy can't get too far. It doesn't move very fast, except for when he does. He literally has lightning as a power. I mean, we've fucking heard lightning. That's fine. Mimosa, you know everybody. Where's Pops?
I didn't see him go anywhere.
You didn't see him go anywhere. I was lighting everything on fire and...
Yes, we were watching you light everything on fire.
Well, that's very considerate of you. Thank you. Did it look cool?
It did. No, okay, focus. She's gonna, like, fly outward, like, along, like, kind of around the vicinity of the ship. Like, are there any signs?
Not to make you roll for it, because I think you'd get a clear enough view from the vantage point of flying around it. But you'd see like a pair of hook braces, kind of like tonfas, but the edges are curved and meant to keep someone, firmly planted on whatever they're holding on to. As if someone was just sitting on kind of the edge, the back of the ship, just waiting for a quiet moment, for a distraction, so they could pop aboard.
Everyone, we need to be really quiet. I think he's still somewhere on board, but there is someone that we don't want on board somewhere as well. Now, I don't want them to clue in the fact that we know. You get it?
Essen is like vibrating because subtlety is not their strong point.
Sorry, you're telling me someone has Pops. You want me to remain calm?
Are the best chances of us finding him and nobody getting hurt except whoever the fuck did this? Yes.
Hearing Lamosa cuss, Essen is like, oh shit. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
she angry.
Shit just got real.
Guys, do you remember, did we spend our Aether on upgrading the, no, we got the shrine. That's right, we didn't upgrade our Aether beats to be, silent. We could have got mental communication with the hostage, damn it.
Should we go in?
I've got a plan. I'm gonna go over to the general communication system we have on the ship. I assume it's like one of those pipe things so you can shout into that goes everywhere. Yeah. Hey, everybody! If you're still alive, we're gonna have a fucking party. And if you didn't see me blow that thing up, you missed out. And I'll gladly do it again. just, you know, give me some time to remake a few of those explosives, somewhere really unique. 2 points to anyone who noticed the unique indigo hues on the... And he's going to keep talking, and he's going to motion like, you two should get downstairs.
Gonna look around.
There's a really special pigment, you see, only derived from some glands that really are hard to access on particularly large veloci creatures.
Oh my god, I forgot about my lizard.
Yeah, the cargo bay of this ship is pretty big because it can accommodate some large amounts.
Okay, good.
But yeah, even between Turnip looking and all of you going on an expedition, you'd pass by your trio of mechanic friends who are just trying to patch up the worst of the holes using salvaged materials from other parts of the ship that blew up. Which they'd be able to get you up to bloody. Your ship is at your bloody leveled.
Okay, 24.
Yeah. But no sign of Pops or any intruder.
I mean, they obviously got on board at some point, and she'll point to the thing that she sees still attached to the ship.
I assume that you are moving away from the crawler.
You're also muted, Turk.
I thought I was gonna sneeze, so I muted. But I didn't sneeze, so it's the worst ever. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm putting us heading directly away from the crawler, back towards about where we were heading, using my cool watch compass feature. But once I get that heading, I'm gonna put a call up to the crew, kind of in that same conversation. Like, anyway, I think I'm gonna go find some booze. One of you eggheads come up here and take the whole of this thing for a little bit.
I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to have Essen summon, well, actually, I'm going to turn to Lamosa and say, before I actually do this, I can try to, summon some petals or some dirt, and we can toss it and see in spaces if they're invisible. That's my only guess. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, unless they somehow made it off the ship and they're not
I mean,
here.
if their hook things are still here. I don't know how to... Me, as a person, I have no idea how to sense something like what I could use to try and figure this out.
I'll save you a little bit of time and effort, and that you could search this ship from top to bottom. Whoever was here had some kind of ability to quickly get off the ship. Seemingly their quarry in tow.
Good God. I don't want to tell Orton that we can't find Pops.
We do.
I don't know. I think we have to go up and regroup.
Yeah.
Considering that the two of you are searching so thoroughly, I will actually... This will be a fortune roll, so there's no downsides to it. It's just the level of your success. Of your either study or sense. Probably either of those would work.
Take a sense.
Both of us?
Yep.
Oh. I take study.
That's a 3.
Mine's a 5.
5. At some point, you'd be just combing through kind of the sleeping area and notice that Pops' stuff has been ransacked. Left out and open would be an old leather-bound journal, which there's not much in it. It's more cliff notes than actual journaling. Pops was never one of those dreamer types that, would chronicle every day's events. Um, in fact, I don't know that either of you would really recognize much of what's in here. It's all legible. It just seems almost coded.
And if anyone knows, it would probably be Orton, or he'd be
Yeah.
smart enough to figure it out.
I think so. Grab it and take it up to Orton.
Yeah. Orton, who I'm sure was still rambling this whole time.
He swapped off and he was going through the first level now,
And
like
one of
looking
your
around.
mechanic employees would have come up and at least kept the heading for you.
Yeah, just hold it. All right, just if you ever doubt it, just that way.
Yeah, you'd come down to see Essen and Lamosa. Just looks like they're standing kind of in the middle of the sleeping area.
Pops.
He's not on the ship, Orton.
Okay, so where is he? Let's turn around and get him then.
We don't know. He just disappeared.
What do you mean he just disappeared? He's an old Thrin.
We're gonna try to find him. Okay, we found this journal and his stuff was gone through, and maybe if you can read it, there's something in here.
His stuff. What?
Can you just take a look at this, please, and see if it has
Where
anything
is my
important?
grandfather?
Essen's just gonna hold out the journal and not say anything.
Okay, great. I'll just get on translating this then. Maybe you can search the cargo hold. Useful. And yeah, I'm gonna.
It's like an orders log. It's coordinates. It's squadron code names. It's positioning. It's attack times. It's Imperial code. It's an Imperial logbook.
I flip it over. I look to make sure this is actually like. Does it look like Pops wrote it?
It's Pops' handwriting. You've probably even seen this journal once or twice before.
No. I look for evidence. I pull one of the pages out and look to see if it's been like tampered, like it's been recently glued in there or something.
I think you are more than keen enough to pick up something like that.
Do a study?
I assume that's an automatic critical success.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, it does not look like it's been tampered. The ink is old.
Or he's not going to say anything. He's just going to be standing there reading this and like flipping through and like looking for anything that might indicate this isn't right. Like flipping back to one of the earliest entries and just no. You weren't this, Pops. Come on. No.
Essen is going to send Turnip over with the order of giving Orton a hug. And is going to look to Lamosa and just say, I'm not sure what to do. Do you want to talk to him?
I mean, I don't know what I can really say, but I can try.
Essen is going to walk out and try to search the cargo hold. Kind of shrunk as much as a tiny Trog could be.
Orton's looking at like if I go to the earliest entry, is there any indication there's been anything but Imperial, order book?
The earliest entries would probably be more of almost note taking. It definitely progresses to be more structured and more military as the years progressed, as entries progressed. But a young Pops Harlow, very bright eyed and bright future, does seem to have spent a decent stint with the Imperial militia.
Like as Turnip is coming over to fulfill his programming, or he's going to just take the book and just throw it back and just run and run off.
Turnip
Did
just looks.
did the book go in Turnip's direction at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna intercept that.
Well, not like at Turnip. I mean, like in his general direction.
Just
Yeah, even
toss
so.
it down.
It's just like
I mean,
protect baby.
Turnip like stopped and looked back at Essen and then over to Orton as he disappears at the stairwell, then back to Essen.
I'm gonna kind of just nudge him to keep going.
With a little bit of a limp now, as one of the legs is still heavily damaged, just takes off crawling.
Poor child. I think we should give him some space, but I think he's gonna need to tell us what he read so we can find Pops.
I think so too.
Okay. Given a little bit of a downtime, you'd eventually make it back to the caravan city, where you notice that a lot of the stalls have started packing up. It's not quite this vibrant display of tents and colors that it was before. Looks like in the next day or two, the city's planning on moving. And of course, waiting for your arrival eagerly is Sibylla, your golden masked patron, with a handful of workers ready to unload all of the juicy crates that you picked up.
I mean, at least the benefit of being attacked by the Imperial crawler is that our ship looks beat to hell.
It does.
Very true.
I guess
Before
Orton's ready at the gangplank. Bella.
Looks like you've had better days. Ran into a little bit of trouble, did we?
Had more than a little bit.
I hope our cargo survived just fine.
What's left of it, and Essen is going to pull the one box.
That's disappointing.
Still a deal.
Oh, absolutely. He'll hand over the 4 dust. I don't suppose that you'd be willing to escort a small caravan to where you found this. And for payment, of course.
I don't think our ship's in any manner to be moving right now. We have some affairs we need to take care of for ourselves.
Of course. Well, if you have an answer for me in the next day or so, we should still be here. Otherwise, you're free to travel with us. The city could use eyes in the sky.
We'll think about it.
He'd have like 2 of the workers go and collect the crates. and disappear, like popping the lid off as they're walking and just kind of sifting through. Clearly disappointed that, you didn't bring back like 6 or 7 of these crates.
I'm going to ask the mechanics to fix the ship and work on the guns as much as they can get done.
So you're gonna take some downtime here.
I will pause and look at Orton and Lamosa and see if anybody else says anything. But
I'm stepping off the ship. Someone get the Mascaras dust somewhere safe.
didn't we get that little trunk? Did we get the trunk that
The
multiplies dust?
Aether Bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
I'm gonna put it in there
Aether
for
Vault,
now.
rather.
Yeah. I mean, I really hate to waste time for the trail to go cold, but it's not really a waste if we're fixing things that we need, in order to move in the first place, right?
I mean, maybe we can ask around town if, I don't know, people tend to go missing when the Imperial Army shows up. I know the answer is going to be yes, but we saw
How
like
often do they come over here?
I don't know if maybe that's why the bazaar is moving. It's because they got close. Hoop, we saw like a flash of a cape, you said?
Yeah.
It was a white cape? Or
it'd be darker, almost shadow-like.
Okay. I mean, maybe we can just ask about any sort of, I don't know, kidnappings or people that go missing out here.
Better than not asking it anything.
I'm gonna turn to Orton.
Oh, he's
Is
gone. Orton's
okay.
off the ship.
Okay.
Do we know what direction he went in?
I don't know, but I can move diagonally, so anything's
Great,
possible.
cool.
Thanks.
Did Turnip? Because I told Turnip to keep going. Did Turnip find Orton before he disappeared?
Turnip and Orton are gone.
Okay, that's okay.
Find Turnip. Find.
You better take care of my robot, Orton. I'm gonna be really upset. He's already really dinged up right now.
Oh, you'll be really upset.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna ask the mechanics to fix up the ship, try to work on the guns, ask them what parts they need and if we can find that around town while we're asking. But I guess if there's like a gathering place, like a tavern, or like what would be like a local gossip space in this bazaar, if there is one, I would want to go there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, even just generally asking around, you're definitely on the right track. That's their scouts had seen sightings of Imperial forces, which means that it is time to pack up and go.
I don't feel like Essen would have dealt much with the Imperial forces, being a pretty isolated chronicler. So I'm gonna ask if it's common if people get, like, I don't know, kidnapped. Yeah. I'm gonna ask if people typically, like, go missing. And I'm not gonna share anything about Pops' history or what was in the journal.
I don't think you know what's in the journal.
I don't know, but I just want to make it clear that I'm not saying anything.
I mean, it's a lot of rumor and speculation, but you'd hear varying stories from, Imperial boogeymen that would just, sneak into people's homes and just make families disappear because they were saying bad things about the Empire, or kind of more grounded responses of basically saying that they are what they are. They're a military faction, and sometimes they have to, strike out against opposing forces, so they can be brutal, but not the, kidnappy type necessarily. So, kind of a wide array of answers to that one.
Yeah, I think in a similar vein, something that I would like to do while we're in town, is birds are very good at seeing different colors and different patterns. They can actually see more than we can a lot of the time. Um, what Lamosa would like to do is to kind of look around the market, look around any like sort of people, even if they're packing up or something like that, just look around and see if any of the fabrics around match anything of that cape kind of color or pattern or anything like that.
Um, yeah, I would say so. It's not an uncommon fabric here in the desert. It's one of the kind of heat shielding, like thicker fabrics, but it's meant for someone who's specifically going to be out in the sun for long periods of time.
Okay, is it like a relatively small number of like stores or vendors or anything that would be selling like specifically those?
Not really.
Okay.
It's uncommon at best, but you'd find it in a few different places.
Okay. I mean, even if it's like a couple, she'd probably just ask around and see like if someone like they haven't seen around before has, purchased one of those recently, like anything that could be kind of a lead.
Um, Again, you'd get just a wild degree of answers. Nothing overly helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go try to find Orton. I don't know how I'm gonna find him. If I gotta go get Potato, my Velociguana, down from the ship to ride around until I find him, but I'm gonna try to find Orton.
Well, Orton, what you doing?
I think when Orton is like, I think he just wants to find something new and strange and something he's never seen before, something that'll hopefully take his mind off of everything. I think that's just what he's trying to do at the end here. Just like find some little nook or cranny, some shop of traders or marketplace feature that's absolutely bizarre.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to do in a place like this. You still have that gift that Essen bought you, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you're just kind of like mindlessly strolling along, you hear a voice like try to break you out of your hyper focus. As someone says something, and this kind of younger craftsman, maybe like early 20s, kind of soot covered hands and face, looks like he's been working with some kind of combustible. Just looks at you. Whatever he said, he expected some kind of answer.
What?
Your wrist there. Um,
Yeah.
your friend must have come by and bought it for you. You figure it out.
I didn't really have time. Sorry. You mean Trog, real tall.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Ron got this for me. Sorry, there's something to figure out with it.
Yeah, couldn't quite get it. Um, it's whatever it was. It looked fancy enough, but gave it away for a decent price, and was they were certainly pretty confident that you could figure it out.
Yeah, well. Maybe all of us are bad judges of character.
No, I don't think so. If you like a hand, I could share what I found with you.
Sure, kid. Let's go. Honestly, Warden isn't much older than him, but
Feels older in the moment.
yeah, feels very old.
I think at that moment we can stop, take our break here, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do, and we'll come back with the second half of our game of Icon tonight, which I think was episode 5. Is that what I put?
Yeah.
Yep.
Episode 5. Craziness. Feels like we just started. Alright, we'll be back in just a few minutes, hang out, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. See you soon, everybody.
I've got my feet in the mud and you don't realize how with a walk down the alley you got me twice. Caught my eye, caught my hunger, and I'm caught in half. And now I'm stuck in the mud till you realize. Oh, I can see the bright from the sky in the morning light. Light from the sky burns, and you see me come around from the other side. Come on and set the light in me, the light in me. You ought to know I get pretty messed up in your sight. You know I'm already with you. Treat me right. No, I'm as steady as a shaking light. You know it's real. You know it's real. Can see the bright from the sky in the morning light. Light from the sky burns, and you see me come around from the other side. Come on and set the light in me, the light in me. I get pretty messed up in your sight. You know I'm already with you. Treat me right. No, I'm as steady as a shaking light. You know it's real. You know it's real. Can see the bright from the sky in the morning light. Light from the sky burns, and you don't realize. With a walk down the alley, you got me twice. Caught my eye, caught my hunger, and I'm caught in half.
Welcome to the Lost Caravan RPG.
A haven for the lost, the worn, and the wandering.
Whether you only need a place to rest your soul,
or looking for a brand new journey, we welcome you.
You are safe within our ranks, surrounded by the friends you have yet to meet.
Some of you may be new, eager to take your first steps in the shoes of a hero.
Others are veterans of a war fought through generations.
Having played dozens of characters
and rolled hundreds of dice.
Either way, we can promise you will find moments of adventure and heartbreak,
as well as moments of tears and laughter.
Countless noble tales have been spun around our campfire,
such as Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, Lancer, and Locust.
We travel anywhere and everywhere,
exploring towering castles, desolate space stations, and haunted mansions.
We have a few roles if you decide to stay.
Treat each other with love, kindness, and acceptance.
We never judge on appearance, only on richness of character.
For as long as you ride with the caravan, you will never walk alone.
We work together to forge a better world for us and for every traveler after we're gone.
So, take a seat, grab a drink, and listen to our tales.
When you're ready, we'll help you tell a tale of your own.
And welcome back. Where we left off, we were kind of still reeling from the fact that one of our numbers has seemingly been kidnapped. No trace to follow, no leads, just gone. And in their own ways, everyone went out to search for answers. With Orton having been stopped by this tent of oddities and sat down with the young mechanic to look at your compass. After kind of hitting some switches that you've already toyed with, you did get it at least back into working function as far as a compass goes. But you then start, hitting levers and finding compartments that you haven't really had a chance to tinker with yet. And would you make a skill check? Whatever you feel would apply.
I'll do a tinker because I'm going to take my dabbler effect to have a +1 in tinker.
Makes sense.
That's 6.
I also rolled a 6.
We have to roll again.
Till one of us rolls a 7.
I'll do it. I'll bevel in one of them.
It'd be a little bit of time, but eventually the two of you would piece this together, and these kind of concentric, almost clock-like rings that have just kind of been floating around in it, no real apparent purpose, would come together and actually lift itself off the face of the compass. Kind of like this spinning globe of gears in the center. Well, that's new. What do you suppose that does?
I don't know. Let me... And he's like gonna move it around a little bit and give it a touch and
like parts of it would kind of float off the edge, almost like aiming reticles around that gear-like globe in the center, and a slight orange glow, very much in kind of conjunction with your natural blue glow when you get near Aether, would kind of mix, and one of those reticles would fill with that glow and then just let off this very short range beam of orangish light that just disappears into the sunlight.
So that's you, right?
Looks at it and kind of follows that direction. Thinks for a moment. You think that's sending you to the nearest cities? I mean, there's a trade post out that way, not too far.
It's nice. It must be linked to the gates or something.
Oh, beats me.
Oh, kid, this is... Sorry, what's your name?
Joseph, what's your name?
Ord.
Ord. Pleasure.
Ord. Yeah. Shake his hand with the guider.
I did post a picture in the Discord.
I also thought of Treasure Planet. Oh, that's even cooler.
That is cool. Really cool.
Hey. Well, that's something. I guess it's really worth something now, huh?
In the right hands, I suppose. Your hands
don't
seem
think
capable enough.
Yeah, I guess it helps to have it on an airship or something.
You got an airship?
You haven't seen that yet? Oh, come on. First rule of bargaining is know who you're dealing with, kid. You had someone with an airship and a lot of dust roll through here just seconds ago, and you didn't even try to... just to fleece him a little bit. I mean, I know their eyes are very enchanting, but you really can't get caught up in them.
No, that's not really my area of expertise. That was more my dad.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure you'll grow up a little bit more, and then you'll understand the whole allure of other folk.
Fingers crossed, I suppose.
Or not. I mean, I seem to be getting along just fine. Anyway. Yeah, I got an airship. How... You want to see it?
I still gotta finish packing up, but yeah, if you're gonna be around for a while.
I mean, we could use the help. I mean, more delicate instruments, aether bits like this. We have a small team, but we're always looking for... We could definitely bring someone else on if you're interested. I mean, the things beat the hell. So, hell, if you know how to work a nail on a hammer, that's points.
Well, someone's gotta look after my trade wagon here, and kind of the
Put
only
your
one.
trade wagon in the storage.
You have an airship big enough to hold an entire wagon.
Depends how big the wagon is.
I mean, it's like a 4-horse wagon. It's sizable.
Why don't you bring it around? And at least think about it.
I'll think about it. I'll finish packing up. Just kind of starts trying to peer through the other tents, just to try to get a glimpse of the airship somewhere. So, which way?
Oh, big, can I not see the big balloon?
I mean, yeah, you know what you're looking for. You can be able to spot
yeah,
it.
that over there. See the big lump of stuff?
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, no, it's not just a mountain, I promise.
I thought the old man had maybe finished his weather balloon or something.
There's someone trying to make a weather balloon?
Yeah. Eccentric old man. Likes to wear a mask.
What kind of mask?
Gold, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe, don't talk to him anymore.
Oh, he's harmless
Or
enough.
Maybe.
Likes to come by and chat.
Well, sure, fine, whatever. Anyway, we're over there. And thanks for the city detector.
You're gonna need a more fancy name than that.
I'll work on it.
All right. Hopefully, I'll come by to see you sometime.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere fast, so as long as we're ahead of the Imperials, it's all good.
Yeah, I think most people can probably say that. They don't have a lot of friends around here.
Well, yeah, it's just I'm sorry to have interrupted your packing, but thanks for everything.
Yeah, no problem. Puzzles are, they're kind of my thing.
Oh, good. Good to have a thing.
It's once again, hold out a hand to shake yours.
Yeah, thanks. And he gives up a shake.
And yeah, and he'd return to packing, which I'm sure about that time you'd see a very noticeable Velociguana just strolling up the row of tents with a very concerned Essen aboard.
What do you want?
I'm impressed you got that thing working. Didn't think you could do it.
Yeah, well, Joe back there really helped out.
What the hell is it?
It points to the nearest city. I think it might be somehow keyed to Aether Gates, or I don't know. Markets, commerce, large gatherings of dust.
Could
But
be
it works.
Could be something cool to check out if it's pointing to something nearby.
Apparently there's something. So, I guess that's our next heading.
Essen has been sitting on top of Potato this whole time and is going to slide down and feel very much taller.
Turnip would kind of come strolling up, a brand new limb like in one of its arms, and it would just plop itself down, like start detaching the damaged one and begin molding the new one on, which Orton, you'd absolutely recognize this from the bench of parts that Joseph had out. Turnip just stole it.
Criminals.
Crime, baby.
We're gonna find him, Orton. You know that, right?
No, he's gone.
Yeah, but we're gonna find him. We'll catch up. We'll figure out.
It won't. You don't get it. It's not gonna be same.
Well, somebody grabbed him. All we
Or
have to do
did they? Or did he just link up with his old Imperial buddies?
What are you talking about?
Book, it's all Imperial officer code. He was fucking Imperial. I don't know how high up, but all his fucking stories, they were, I don't know, lies, or he was hiding the fact that while he was out there fighting the fight, he also just so happened to be helping raise the Imperial flag.
I'm not gonna tell you what to think about that, Orton. But the only Pops that I've known has always been trying to look out for you.
Yeah. Well,
and now he needs us to look out for him.
We don't know that.
That doubt that I am hearing from Orton, and at this point, Lamosa's has heard the commotion probably, has heard them yelling at each other, like, oh, okay, they're over there, and is now kind of entering the conversation. Just is that doubt that I'm now hearing from you, Orton? The always optimistic, the always excited and enthusiastic to see the world Orton, is that the same guy?
What am I supposed to be optimistic about? That my grandfather was kidnapped? Best case scenario, oh, he's just being tortured for information about where he's been over the last few years?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he obviously cared enough about you that he didn't want you to see that side of him.
He was fine with lying to me.
I don't think he was fine with it.
How do you
People
know?
really are.
How do you know?
You just kind of get to know people over time. I mean, you know him really well. Do you really think?
I thought I did. I thought I knew him. He was my hero. Everything. Now.
All right, then you have a decision to make then. Do you want to continue just being hurt and running off about it, or do you want to be his hero? Or ours?
I need to be his hero, right?
Well, someone's gotta.
And what if this is all part of his plan? Like he came out here just to go link up with his buddies and go something, and we go find him and he's just sitting in a chair, you know, smoking or whatever the fuck Imperials do in their free time. What then?
Regardless of whether he's on the Imperial side or not, we're probably gonna find Pop sitting in a chair smoking. That can just be expected. Look, Orton, Lamosa's right. We're not gonna leave you, but we're not gonna leave him. So you have a choice to make. Are you really gonna let, I don't really know how old you are, but however many years go down the drain just because you have a hunch that something, that he might not have been totally truthful with you about something?
It's not that he lied. I mean, it is. It's a pretty fucking big part of it, okay? I don't know how I can look him in the eye again. Because every story, I'm going to remember that he helped people, hurt others, wasn't out there making the world a better place. How do you... Am I just supposed to help the people who hurt others too? Is that the plan now? Our brand new airship, we just blew up the Imperial Walker, we're gonna fly back with some flowers and say, "Ooh, we're real sorry." Get us in our uniforms and start teaching us sign language. Whatever the head nods and hate speech.
Or this is a chance to be better and do better. Won't that feel much more amazing than just continuing like this? You don't have to hurt anyone else.
I just want my grandfather back.
It starts with finding the trail, huh?
Yes, it does. So what, do we just wait here like a sitting duck for Imperials, or...
You're kind of the leader. What do you want to do?
Fucking idiots, why'd you put me in charge?
Trust me, we regret it every day.
Better. We need to repair the ship. Or get a lead on something, and... I hold up the watch. Does that line seem far?
It's hard to tell. You don't really have a good gauge for the distance of that. It's what it's trying to tell you, but Joseph said that it wasn't too far out.
We can go repair there. I mean, if there's Imperials in the area, I'm sure we can find some kind of informants or something there. Go crack some heads or hang them over the side of an airship, get them to talk. Find out where Pops went off to, one or the other. Right?
Weren't you the one hollering at me about being too mean to the mechanics? Wasn't there some sort of moral code to try to uphold here, Orton?
We're not actually going to drop them.
You made it sound like it. I'm not opposed. I'm just
No, you're not
pointing out
opposed.
some facts.
Look, fuck the Empire. But I'm gonna get eyes on my grandfather at least one last time. Just to get to the bottom of this so I can actually start hurting or whatever. So right now it's all just dust. Not the good kind. Why are we staying around here for?
I'm gonna gesture to Potato. If we want to leave the airship here to patch up, we can take him.
No. We need the airship. My fucking ship.
I'm going to nudge Turnip and tell him to find something cool and to take it.
What are you?
Crime child.
I'd said it quietly. I just want to see what he finds. I want to see what Turnip thinks is cool.
Damn.
There was a candle shop. Still packing up. I'll go buy some wicks.
Would you roll a d10 for me?
Me?
Absolutely.
Oh, no, Edson.
Yeah, Edson.
Then get all these dice out for Turnip. What is it? Oh, what is that? That's a 9.
9. I don't know why that's helpful, but would come back just like dragging this dirty looking cloth. Like it almost looks like a cloak, but it's just being dragged along the ground back to you.
What'd you find there, buddy? And I'm gonna grab it and hold it up. Does it look like anything special?
Kind of shake it out a little. It very much reflects like almost the night sky. It's this dark cloth with just these very sparkling, glittery places along it, kind of like constellations. So you can don the cloak that shifts and helps to obscure your location. During your next combat, you gain evasion, which means that if an attack misses you, then you would take nothing, not even fray damage.
And if you get a, oh no, I'm sorry, that's different for me. Sorry.
And any foe that ends their turn within range 2 of you gains hatred of you.
Hey, what does that mean? They're just gonna hit me?
Aggros.
Hell yeah.
But you have evasion. So evasion's pretty good. If I recall, it's also if you get hit, you get to roll a d6. But I'll double check that.
It's okay. I can look it up before combat.
In fact, evasion only applies to the attack components of an ability. Never mind.
Hatred. When taking actions against this foe, they must include this foe as their target for as long as they are valid. As long as the character has line of sight and within range 3 of you. So yeah, any enemies within range 2 must attack you.
Okay.
And the
I'm
cloak
gonna
only
fold
has
that up.
one use before it runs out of It's juice.
Okay. I'm gonna fold that up and stick it in my bag. I'm gonna pat Turnip on the head and put him on my shoulder and follow the party.
Would you like to roll stealth for Turnip?
Sure. Does he get my dice?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Oh. Can Turnip push the roll?
I think you still have a fate point granted to you from chat.
I don't want to take. I don't want to take a fate point for that. That's a 3.
Okay. Turnip may have been spotted leaving with the cloak. And it might not be a great idea to use it here in the town.
Okay.
Also could have future complications, but we'll see.
Okay. I'm gonna put him up on my shoulder and just be like, we gotta work on your sleuthing skills, buddy. We're walking back to the ship.
He's just in the distance here. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, where'd my cloak go? Anybody see my cloak?
So you're gonna, Brooklyn Nine-Nine Captain Holt power walk back to the ship.
Alright. This would be your chance if you have any downtime activities that you'd like to do.
Oh boy. Like cry?
Yeah, that's a good one. You can work on your burden if you feel like that's possible. Or if the burden's too fresh.
Probably not just yet, but actually, could I ask around? I still have an ambition to find a new location to learn more about the ship. So could I make a charm roll to try
Absolutely.
and just start asking around a little bit? 5.
5. That is 2 segments.
All right, that's gonna fill it. It was a 4.
Yeah. You get the rumored location of another set of ruins similar to where you found the airship. Not the same location, but from what they're describing, it sounds very similar in this deep, lost city far below the sands.
Okay, cool. So I'll have that logged away for right now.
Another reticle from your compass would slightly glow and then extend out a beam in that direction.
It's a quest marker.
Basically.
Yeah. Oh, that's super useful. I'm gonna forget it.
I would like to try to read that fucking scroll again.
Yeah, go for it. Are you trying to accomplish anything specifically with it, or just...
I want to see if there's like a time flow. So like if what I'm seeing is in the past,
Gotcha.
I want to see if as I like get farther down it goes into the future or farther back to something that I don't know.
Gotcha. So get more control over the image that it's displaying.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to push that because that was a 2 and a 1.
Please do.
Want to know what the stupid scroll is? That was a 1. So bad.
That's 1 segment.
Okay.
And you could put this on your 4 clock, so you'd only need 3 more segments.
I have understanding turnip on my 4 o'clock.
So you could put this on your 6.
I like that better because in my head it was on my big one, and clearly that is never gonna happen. Okay, and I'm guessing I catch absolutely nothing from this experience.
I mean, it is a beautiful piece of history that would just take you on these rabbit holes like you were browsing Wikipedia and you just keep clicking on links, and it keeps taking you down to places that you didn't even know you wanted to know about. And then an hour later, you find you're somehow researching like ancient crustaceans from Antarctica, and you started off like, looking how to build a boat or something.
I would also just like to spend a little bit of time. I just looked this plant up. I would like to sort of like create some goat's beard. It's a very hardy perennial, and just kind of like place it as like it takes some time to like think about Pops and try and manifest that we're gonna find him soon and that he's gonna be okay.
Would you like a garden aboard the ship?
I think that's something that I'll eventually work on. This I think I want to leave as like a marker of like here in the desert, like we have been here, we were with Pops, kind of just like starting to make a little path of places that we've been through these plants. But right now, yeah, this is out in the like on the grounds where the bazaar is.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Got anything, Lamosa?
If possible, I would like to help fix the ship and maybe get some weapons online. I think the crew could use a little bit of help.
Well, they'll assist you because they technically don't really have the ability to roll, but they'll give you +2 dice to whatever you'd like to roll.
Oh my god. Yeah, I will absolutely do that. I will take a tinker roll for that.
Yeah. What are you trying to repair?
I mean, what things look the most damaged right now?
Read the ship itself. It's pretty damaged.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we got a lot of shots to the hull.
Yeah.
So getting that fixed would probably be good. We also got deck sweep, so I imagine like some of the protective glass.
Mm-hmm.
And in regards to like the cabin.
So your balloon, your airship, you can fix the ranged meter, which lets you ignore ranged penalties when you make attacks from the ship. You can fix the side guns, which creates a blast one area below any space that it moves in a 5 distance line. And any characters in the area take fray damage and become vulnerable. A character that's in the center must save or become stunned. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the bomb.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a bomb bay.
Yeah, you can fix the bomb, which you fly 5 in a straight line, drop a bomb, and it just blows up and can damage and stun people. Or you can fix the side guns, which is 1 action, ranged attack 6, cross 1, which I don't know what that means.
Wait, cross 1?
Mm-hmm. But on a hit,
I'll
it's
look into it.
die plus fray. And on a miss, it's just a fray.
Counter. Charge, cure, combo, cover. Sorry, it was cross fray?
Cross. Yeah. No, just cross.
Like, plus.
Cross. So 1 space in every orthogonal direction drawn from the space in range.
Oh,
so targets
like
that,
cross blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an X.
So
where
it
it's
targets the essential space and every space in every orthogonal direction. So it technically targets 5 spaces with every attack.
It's like an unfolding box.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Of course, you have your short-range teleportation, which would get you to the ground or get you on board other ships.
Is that 2-way?
You could probably upgrade it to be 2-way, but at the moment it's just 1.
Okay. So cool.
Yeah.
We could tactically deploy Lamosa.
Yes, that would be so fun. I don't know what y'all think. I kind of like the side gun idea.
Side guns would be nice. Just a little plinker to
Something,
defend ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So +2 from the crew, right? All Eh. Okay, so from smallest to largest, I rolled a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 6.
The 6 is all that matters. I believe that should be 3. 3 segments on a 6. Yeah. So which clock was this?
I mean,
I think
what do you think? Like,
I think your 4 clock you completed last time.
I did.
So yeah, your 4 clock is open.
I mean, would it do anything to the I don't know how to word this. Is it better to complete it on a larger thing, like in terms of the guns? Will anything different change if I do not the 4?
The guns wouldn't change, but you get more XP for completing bigger tracks.
Hmm.
But if you spend 2 dust, you could get that final segment and you'd have the guns completed now.
How much? Because I think we spent like, didn't we spend like all of our dust?
We spent all of our dust last time, but we just got 4.
We just got 4.
So we could take 2, and then we still have 2 dust for a chest, which sounds or cabinet, which is silly, but gives us the ability to switch abilities during long rests or camp sessions, which is
I like that. Let's
cool.
do that.
Okay. So your side guns are fixed. That means that anyone who's at that control can take control of them and start peppering your enemies.
And the most again, it's just calling things not what the technical names are. It's just the I need to put the thing above right where the who's and what's it is, and then I think those parts fit together. It's not technical by any stretch.
You're doing engineering in an artistic way.
Yes.
Like this feels like they should go together and just like.
It's like it's like a puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Engineers like, she's right, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, in the midst of repairing it, of course, they'd talk about how like you're gonna need more parts for this. Like we just don't have the who's or what's to fix this, and they take that 2 dust and go get everything they needed, and come back. We didn't really want to say anything, but did you want to know our names?
I mean, that would be great.
Yeah, we weren't sure, so we didn't really say anything.
Oh no! Well, we would love to know your names. I know we're really intimidating and scary sometimes, but we've got your back.
Typing them in chat.
Oh no! Or that party.
I feel like Orton would have asked, but probably is so like 1,000,000 miles an hour that he just kind of spaced.
It's Morris, Merrick, and Malin.
Nice.
No names, only death threats.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've heard your names for being shouted across the ship at each other. It's really unfortunate about the old guy.
Yeah.
Any idea what happened to him?
Something with the Imperial Army, the militia, whatever. I'm really new to this, so I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I know they're not great people. They're just attacking people out of the blue.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, we'll get the guns going, so at least next time when we get skewered out of the sky, we can fire back.
Yeah.
Alright. Are they any other... they don't call it downtime. What do they call it? interlude. Any other interlude actions that any of you would like to do?
So, on an interlude, did I make this up that we heal a wound? Do we have
Every
to
time
do
you go in an
something
interlude, you fully heal all strain, regain all effort, and all hit points and wounds from tactical combat. You
How
also
exciting.
did all gain 2 XP from your last expedition.
Yes.
And Lamosa, you get another XP for completing another ambition chart.
Yeah.
I also got one for my rumor.
Yeah.
So 3 XP. Or technically 2 more because I already marked the one. Which means ability or talent.
So, the rest of the evening would be spent in your various activities, and you'd hear a voice shouting up from the edge of the airship as the sun has been set for about an hour now. Hello? Oh, I didn't actually catch his name, I don't think. Did I? Someone said I could come by and pay a visit. Anyone up there?
No, unfortunately, we've all passed away. A terrible plague. Orton's gonna sit over the side. Oh my goodness. I guess we're not all dead, are we?
That was pretty fast for a plague. Fastest one I've ever heard of.
That's why it's called the Fast Plague. Or the, 1 up, 2 down.
You gonna throw down a rope ladder or something?
Ladder. Oh, one second. Let me think real hard. And I actually do. I think real hard to make the gangway.
Yeah. Roll dice, anything but a 1.
Oh boy. Let's hope it's not a 1. It's a 3. Haha.
Yeah. The ship would just bend itself, still grinding and groaning. The ship probably doesn't feel pain, but if it did, it wouldn't be the most comfortable thing.
Get aboard, Joe.
That's pretty nifty.
Yeah, nifty's a word. Impressive, awe-inspiring, downright amazing. I'm just making suggestions, of course.
Now with, the grime cleared away and out of what would be his usual work attire, kind of in a more loose-fitting tunic, you'd see a bright blonde-haired, 20-something individual, kind of more tanned skin, seems to spend a lot of time probably working in the shade of the wagon, but still living out in the desert, you're gonna get sun.
Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll say, oh no, he's hot.
Oh no!
Look at all the rest of you as it climbs aboard. We didn't really have a chance to talk. I heard you all, heard you shouting from the street. Figured I should just mind my own. Joseph.
Oh.
So, nice to meet you.
Masson, who is, towering in the back, but...
Yeah, Joseph is about the size of Orton. Probably the same kind of kin.
Both are in, yeah. And, since you obviously forgot my name, no offense taken, don't worry, I'm not too badly hurt. Just gonna, for the rest of your days. Orton. Harlow.
Pleasure.
Say it back. Say what's my name?
It's Harry something. It's
Oscar.
Goodness.
His name is Oscar.
Oscar. That's it.
No. Oscar's a wizard, I know. Terrible.
Neon Rights.
Real short ears.
Neon Lights roleplay. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a quick shout out.
Hope Death Greymon ate that big one.
Skull Greymon.
Skull Greymon. Yeah, well, Death Skull. My grandfather might be a Nazi, so like my head's not exactly in the game today.
No.
He's not. Imperials are just assholes. They're not
They're
that
just
kind
assholes. They're trying to unify the nation under one banner.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of the evening, Joseph would excitedly explore the ship with you, like look over the very damaged command center with all of the still damaged consoles, and there's still stuff down there that you have yet to be able to identify because it's so damaged, so old. But
yeah, here's the parts that I like to hit with a hammer every once in a while, see if they actually start to decide work.
That's probably why it doesn't work.
Hey, when I found this, it hadn't been hit by a hammer in forever, and now look at it.
I think you'd all notice he seems to walk with almost a reverence, like careful steps, as if you were watching someone walk on like holy ground.
I let him have his moment because I really enjoy watching people be in awe of the airship. Hey, wait, I bet you he asks. Give him like an hour and he asks us to go take him up in the air.
He'd absolutely just start like looking over some of these consoles, some of these control panels, and you have any idea what all these do?
Right now, nothing.
Yeah, what are they supposed to do?
Oh, well, Melissa, what were you doing on the ship earlier?
I'm working on the gun. See this button with the weird like cross symbol on it? I think that's what makes it go. This arrow makes it turn around, I think. She just goes through like just the weirdest descriptions of all of the controls that are not orthodox whatsoever.
Ah, yes, Gunnery Chief Lamosa. At ease. So yeah, we have no idea. But we're gonna figure it out, right, Essen? It's our chief lore and knower of things, Essen.
Right.
We're gonna do it, and I'm just gonna kind of turn it forward.
His eyes just flick down to the limb that is very much his own creation, that was stolen from his workshop not a couple hours ago.
I forgot about that. So Essen would have remembered. So Essen is just gonna turn it forward and then scoop him back up. Not say
Here is my child. Never mind. Don't look at him. This marvel of engineering be hidden from your eyes forever.
He would laugh a little, but not say anything. And Turnip seems to be putting that thing to better use than he was. Yeah, it's no exaggeration. This is a miracle.
Oh. You're very nice. But, I guess you're right also.
Oh,
so
you can feel the spirit of this thing, can't you? It's excited to be back out and back in the skies again.
I mean, I heard it groan a little bit when I tried to put it through its paces for that Imperial crawler get at it. And he's gonna stop and. But yeah, I guess you can kind of feel it.
Well, it's not exactly singing, but it's certainly happy.
Is this like a mechanic thing that you're doing, or can you actually hear some kind of spirit talking?
Can you not?
Getting there. Like mechanically, chapter 2 and onward, I can talk to non-living constructs as well through his color tongue. But so I figure he's probably gotten some impulse from it, which is why I'm putting all these points in reverse. It's thematic, I swear. I don't ever want to get lost. That's totally not the reason. I mean, I thought it was just weird steam noises, honestly. Full disclosure. It touches a wolf. No offense.
Wow, Orton, this guy's kind of better than you.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's a great thing to say to me today. Gosh, you're lucky you're pretty.
Essen is going to look appropriately ashamed. Still trying to figure out the line.
Don't do that. Just makes you look prettier. God. Not allowed. Not while I'm the captain, which is kind of a liquid position, as I'm figuring it out. But I am in charge, mostly, apparently. You all said it, not me. Sorry, Joseph.
Did do some thinking about your offer. I think I'm gonna stick out with the city for a bit. See if we can't maybe find someone who'd be looking to take my wagon over. Be kind of an awful shame just to have it, tucked away somewhere, alone and forgotten. Machines, they get lonely pretty easily. But I appreciate the offer, and if you ever meet back up with the city, maybe I'll take you up on it next time.
Orton will step forward and pull up the Quatch, the Quest Watch. It's the Quatch.
Mm-hmm.
And just give me a second here. I want to see if I can. And I want to make it an intention to try and link up again.
Yeah, with what?
And with okay. Well, I'm gonna ask with what now? I thought it was just work. I don't know. I guess I still have that point in Tinker. But could I maybe try a channel?
Yeah.
I have no points in it, but I'm willing. I think it'd be a cool thing to try, just to focus his Aether through it. That's a 3 off the lower die.
Yeah, it's probably going to take you a little more tinkering with this thing to get all of the specifics and figure out how to work it on a whim. But you have time.
Find him again. Put it on the list. Sorry, this thing is. We'll find the city. I close the contraption.
He just kind of reach out and put a hand on it, but kind of by proxy is almost holding your hand, kind of not really paying attention to it, but would tap it along with you a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, look, it should be firing one of its beams in your direction. That way we know it's marking it and we can move forward. But
yeah, I think you already broke it.
Well, then I definitely have to find you again. Or maybe I'll fix it myself. Yeah, with a hammer. I shout at it.
I'm sure. It's how many big, caravan cities are you gonna find out there in the desert?
No, at least 3.
Yeah, you got a 30% chance then.
Well, 33.3 repeating.
So more.
There's the optimism. Well, if you're planning on setting out in the morning, you reach into a sack and pull out a few kind of dusty bottles. How about we celebrate the night? Go off in style.
Ooh. Let's get Eminem up here. God, what are their names? I know it was M, but
Eminem.
yeah,
That's it now.
That's it.
M cubed. M to the power of 3.
Forever, for now and forevermore, your mechanics team is known as MMNem.
Morris, Merrick, and Mullen. Malin?
Malin.
I can't read my own handwriting. That's the problem. Make that A a little bit different than the O. There we go. Now it's gonna look like a Q. Fine. I guess we're drinking tonight. Sound good, everybody?
Your 3 mechanics would just, Larry, Moe, and Curly Style just pop their heads up from the stairwell.
They get it.
Yeah.
You drink? You drinking? I point at everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this is an aside, but yesterday I did learn that birds can get drunk. So
Yeah, they eat those berries and
they eat fermented fruit and then get drunk, and then they can't fly straight.
Yeah, we observed monkeys doing something very similar, where they let the grapes expire.
It's amazing.
Birds and monkeys, man, they're taking over the planet.
About time.
Next, we got the squids in the sea, the birds in the air, and the monkeys on the land. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah.
They're all getting drunk.
Spend the evening getting to know each other, finding that Joseph had this wagon, inherited this wagon. Something that's been passed down, as far as he remembers, from family member to family member. It's not really something that he wanted, but, when his father passed away, he kind of felt the obligation to take it over. Always felt more like he could do more good discovering new things rather than trying to pawn old things. I'll give everyone an opportunity right now for a additional experience point to tell the party something about you. It could be a secret, just something that they wouldn't know about you, but now they do. Like something of fair importance, not like Orton's left-handed.
No, I know. Oh, shit, we didn't all go steeplehand. Okay.
No.
Let's all just mimic heck. Perfect. Then there we go. They're all like this. Could I?
Oh, that's my thinking face. How
I
dare
know.
you?
We're all thinking now. Could I maybe entice 2 out of you if I get really drunk and reveal a secret that Orton really doesn't want people to know?
Sure.
Okay, well, I want to go last then.
Okay.
Because he's getting very drunk.
Of course, you don't have to take this opportunity. It's just if you want to.
I think that Essen wouldn't upfront say it, but the group would kind of start to get the sense that Essen is not necessarily as devout a follower of Sumi, the moon goddess, as he lets on. That sort of in general, following the, powers that be, he has a hard time contending that, or sort of whatever, has a hard time understanding and trusting in fate and powers with the people that they have lost, and they have lost a significant number of people in their life. So they probably haven't let on before, but they have a pretty hard time actually, being committed to being a follower. Probably extends a little bit into like the moral values of being a chronicler as well.
So would you even say that Essen is religious?
I think Essen desperately wants to be, but is not. But desperately wants to be, and can't deny like their abilities. Something is letting them do what they do. And they just want to be able to wholeheartedly believe that it is the religion, but I don't think that they can. I don't think they have it in them to believe that.
So Essen mentions like a lot of like loss in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. Orton's just gonna like lean on you while you're telling that story.
Essen kind of just like pats Orton's head, produces a flower, hands it over. Something that's like kind of ugly. Like it should be like a nice rose, but it's a little wilted. But it's there.
He's gonna hold it. They'll just lean over and just like make sure that's not like a secret left alone.
Okay.
And this absolutely does not have to like count towards anything, but it's just, kind of contributing to the group, sharing stories and stuff. And Lamosa will kind of go off of the point that Essen just made about, something that is like still a part of them, but they don't know fully and maybe are a little, scared to interact with it that much. Lamosa will kind of just start telling a story. It's like, did you know that it actually took me forever to learn how to fly? I was so scared of it at the beginning when I was just, littler thing. I don't know, I would run out and try to fly, and then I would just get too scared at the ledge and then stop. And then, I would just kind of stand there, and it took me so many tries. It took me so many tries before I finally just jumped off that ledge, and it worked. I fell for a little bit, I floundered for a little bit, and then I was flying before I knew it. And even though I've been flying for, I don't even know how long at this point anymore, it's still kind of scary. Being up in the sky like that, I still, Ter's taking notes. I still, get that little sense of, oh gosh, I'm gonna fall. Like even now, starting to fly however long later, but I still have to go out and do it. I mean, I still know I'm gonna fly. It's just still kind of weird to think about that. That's still way back in my mind to some degree. What?
Hi, no, this is Turk. Hi, fellow player, first time caller. Did you say you were scared of the legend?
What?
Sorry, I thought you mentioned you were scared of the legend. Now, I could be...
No.
Okay, never
I'm
mind.
so confused. What?
I thought
Did I
you
say
said
that at some point?
I thought you said that Lamosa was scared of flying because of the legend.
No.
Okay, never mind. Theory away. Let's see Joseph's secret. If he shares, he doesn't have to share.
I mean, his secret was just secret. Was really telling you about his family and how he inherited the wagon, and that he doesn't actually really care for the life that he's got.
It's really funny, and like, we're just gonna get up, and he's very clearly like off his shit because I mean, he's had a day. I think we can all agree Orton's had a day.
Yeah.
Essen's like holding a hand to his back to like try and make sure he doesn't fall.
Oh, easy.
Pushes him forward.
Oh, okay. He'll just do like a cartwheel. Speaking of family, I got a really good secret. Because I got it. Because maybe Pops is still on the ship. Yes, you gotta stop looking at me with those eyes, man. Oh, they're screaming at me. Anyway, shit. No, but I got this tattoo, and I didn't tell anyone about it, and Pops doesn't even know, and no one in my family knows, because I got when I first ran away. And he's gonna like, kind of like work his shirt off, and like whatever padding he has, and on his back you do see a tattoo. You also see two insect-like wings bound to his back. The Thrin have a rare chance of growing insect-like wings, which usually indicates somebody's like a future leader or spiritual guide kind of thing. Also, you can now kind of fully see his network of Aether tattoos is pretty extensive, but like he does have like the most gremlin ass looking goblin tattoo as kind of like a left leaning tramp stamp of like it looks like a little like a little jester with knives standing on top of a bomb. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty good, right? And then he just kind of throws it back on like it's nothing. So that's...
Yeah, I mean, Joseph would have been pretty silent watching this. Very much kind of staring in amazement, and probably didn't even notice the wings, but like traced all the tattoos with his eyes and would wait for you to safely sit back down. He's also kind of like holding out hands, like making sure you don't tumble off the edge.
If there are multiple hands, he'll absolutely do some Cirque du Soleil shit where he starts balancing across all of them. Oh, thank you very much. This is very good. and then just like flips once and stands and absolutely then eats it onto the ship floor. I'm okay.
That's
Lamosa, did you know that he had wings?
No. I feel like I just learned so much in such a little amount of time.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The tattoo didn't expect that either, but
yeah,
didn't yeah.
That's something else. So that's a lot more extensive than mine, that's for sure. Just like roll up both sleeves, and it's just kind of these intricate connected symbols, almost like cogs, just running from the wrist up to the elbow.
Wait, so you don't all glow like a freaking spotlight?
It depends. I guess I found some things can do that and make me glow a little, but around things that I've already known, that I've already seen and studied, tends to fade.
I thought that he was one of the normal ones, and kind of points over to Orton.
And you can see that Joseph is like contemplating and probably running through a few different thoughts and stories in his mind, but eventually he settles on just grabbing the bottle, and just taking another drink. Yeah. I hope we find each other again.
Sounds like Orton's already invited you on the ship, so anytime you want.
You could use the help. It's a mess down there.
It's my ship you're talking about. I'll have you show him some respect.
Someone did put in a whole row of receivers backwards. It's not gonna do any harm, but it's gonna burn him out pretty quick.
I'll burn you out really quick.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
He just burst out laughing.
It's funny because I do it because we're already off the ground.
All right. Well, bottle's done. Should probably get some sleep if you're heading out on an epic adventure in the morning.
We're gonna go find my grandfather.
All right. Think it's we don't need to broach that topic. I'm gonna try to start to gesture to get Orton to go toward where the beds are.
I imagine it looks like he's about to tumble down the stairs and just does the most obnoxious, like intricate flips and cycles down of them in a drunken stupor, and again like lands Olympic gymnast style, and just like then.
Yeah, you take care of each other. Hope I do get to see you again. If you find anything interesting, bring it on by. Take a look. And same for you. If I find anything interesting, anyone brings by my stall, I'll let you have first dibs at it.
I'll try to make sure Turnip doesn't steal it this time.
Notice that. It's fine. It didn't really have a use anyways. And it looks good.
He appreciates it. We're working on it, and Essen is very clearly lying.
Is there anything else that any of you would like to do before passing out for the evening?
I want to summon. I'm obsessed with Turnip. I want to try and summon that giant ass spirit that's supposed to be sitting in him. The night guy that we fought.
Do you have any points in channeling?
That is an excellent question. Do I? The answer is no.
Yeah. Well, you're channeling.
That was rude. A 4 and a 3. So a 3.
Yeah. I mean, you can still feel that spirit in there, and especially Joseph would, as throughout the night, has kind of been studying, Turnip from a distance, and can also definitely feel the spirit inside. But it still doesn't seem like it's up to 100%. It's got its power, it's fixing itself slowly, but clearly from the fact that it tried to pull out a weapon and blew up, there's some kinks to work out.
Okay.
But eventually, he'd bid you all a good night. Probably leave the empty bottles with you, or whatever's left, and climb on down the edge of the ship, and leave you all to get some much-needed rest. Come the morning lights, the first waves of the hot desert air being brought in by the sunrise would aid in inflating your balloon. As the last of the wagons seem to be packing up, and everyone is starting their journey to find a new home for this city. Take off up into the air, getting an aerial view, and from here you can see a small handful of encampments that have been set up. in the distance, scattered almost randomly, but you can imagine these probably belong to the Empire.
I think the heading is for the nearest city. All right, crew. God, who hit me over the head last night? Please tell me it was so pretty. My chances are, well,
Pretty, yeah.
2 for 5. Ah, well, there was 6, I guess. 3 for 5, 3 for 6. 50% chance. I like those odds. All right, let's get out of here, right?
You are heading towards a city named Avesha. It is a watering outpost, mostly for, land caravans where mounts and steeds can stop and get something to drink, rest, get protection from the sun. And as you start your heading, you notice another one of the reticles kind of flips around a few times and then would stop. That little glowing beam would extend out, kind of back the way you came. The further out you get, the weaker it does seem to get. It's very much just pointing you back towards this caravan. But you have your city, you have the rumored ruins to still explore, and I think with that, we can put a pin in this game for now, get some XP, start next session fresh with some more exploration, and whatever mysteries await us. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to my amazing cast for being amazing. Do you want to go around, give everyone one last chance to tell people who you are, and if you're working on any projects people can check out, where they can find it? Start counterclockwise this time with Kian.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kian. You can find me on Twitter at uptight_chiffon. Just rejoined Tumblr. I am working on getting my own Twitch streaming channel up, but who knows when that will happen. So in the meantime, I will be hanging out here on the 30th for Arc Doom. I will be hanging out, continuing with Icon, and I have a project that is hopefully going to be coming up in February. So fingers crossed. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to tell people about it. So I will be sharing that very soon. But that's I was trying to think about I wanted to give people a sign. If you needed a sign to go out and do the reckless thing of like getting a tattoo or a piercing or like taking yourself on a shopping spree, this is the sign to do it. I sat for 4 hours for shading on my tattoo yesterday, and it hurts, but it was worth it. So I'm telling everybody to do it too. So that is my parting gift. No, I can't.
So after stream closes, all right.
There we go. Select few will be able to see.
That's on our only dice.
Yeah.
There it is. That's my February reveal. That's the big project I've been working on.
All right, down to Turk before we get banned.
Oh, guys, me. I'm blushing. Anyway, hey everybody, I'm Turk or Turk Accented on the places where those names matter to the computers that control what we think, which is everywhere, but also nowhere. I am of course Orton Harlow, who I think is quickly shifting into just gay mess territory, but I don't know. I got to use my limit break, which is super exciting. Yeah, I freaking love Curtain Call. It's the best ability. By God, it is so particular. But times 4 damage is pretty neat. We got to blow up an Imperial Crawler, which I'm very excited about, and trauma, all the trauma, all the time. So Yeah. Anyway, if you want to see me and more of the things that I do with this face and this mouth, wow, I am making only dice, I guess. You can, of course. Ooh. Friday, over on Neon Lights Roleplay, I will be running Frozen Rain, which is a Sleeping Above a Stolen Crown campaign. I point as if you can see my bookshelf, but if I am careful enough, waboom. Which is a fantastic Lancer scenario by Laurie O'Connell that I'm kind of, with the players' help, breaking into a bunch of little bitty pieces and putting back together. Because they love to do that. But it's been real fun. It's Friday the 13th, so, it's going to be cold. It's going to be cursed. It's going to be great. A lot of RP. Looking forward to it. And of course, Sunday, more Lancer. Lancer-packed weekend. I could ask for nothing better. With Necromancers as we go into a ball where we know there's going to probably be a duel between two people who have the same face. And believe it or not, it's not my character this time, so it's not my fault. I'm super excited. There's just, it is going to be potent. Of course, later in the month, we have Tales from the Loop on the 25th. We just got to have a session zero for that. I'm very excited for my Highway to the Danger Zone jock to absolutely be the worst disaster leader. Almost like this. And then Hometown Hallmark is going to, help us cap off January with a whole bunch of feels and flirting. So, I guess this game is really just prepping me for all that. Of course, more Icon to come in the future. And then February, I swear it by the old gods and the new, Oathtorn is going to come back and blow all your faces off in the best way. So be ready. Because you're not.
Will be warm.
The oats will be piping hot. I swear it. Piping hot oats. February. Be there or don't. I can't control your life, but I hope you do something interesting and cool with it. Because you're all really cool, awesome people. All the people you see on your screen are also really amazing creators, worthy of your support, admiration, and devotion. So, Neil. And that's too much out of me. So, over to Heck at the 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why we're giving off my position, but okay. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. I've played Lamosa, the Lorito Colossus. You can find me on all the social medias at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. I'm pretty much all over the place. Just go on the internet, search my name, you'll probably find me where I'm relevant. In terms of the TTRPG space, you can find me over on Dat Magic Juice's channel tomorrow to play All Hail the Queen, a Charity of Dragons campaign. We just got finished with a pretty major dungeon, so we're gonna be seeing what the aftermath of that's gonna be on Saturday, and every Saturday moving forward for a pretty long bit. You can find me on Indoor Adventures playing the 1986 Ghostbusters game. We had our premiere last week, and it was so fun. I can't wait to revisit it. It's going to be amazing. I really like this group. It's going to be awesome. On the 16th, you can find me playing Clue to kick off the fundraiser here. I'm playing Colonel Mustard. I'm so excited. So good. Be ready. Every other Friday, going from the 20th, you can find me on Neon Lights Roleplay playing in Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, a Rhyme of the Frostmaiden campaign. We will be back. We definitely gave the Frostmaiden a run for her money, so we'll see what the repercussions of that are going to be. And last but not least, on the 24th, you can find me playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians right back here. I'm very, very excited for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely.
I haven't played it before, and I've wanted to play it for a very long time. But yeah, check out the website, check out the YouTube channel. It's all below, so check it out. And that's it for me.
Yeah. And of course, I'm Andrew, your Games Master for the evening and for most evenings around here. Although starting the 16th with Clue, we are going to be starting our charity event. We are supporting the Trevor Project. It is an amazing foundation that works to support at-risk LGBTQ youth. They, I believe, are the largest organization of their kind. They have multiple outreach programs, and they do fantastic work. We're more than happy and lucky to be able to support them in this way, and you'll hear more about all of the very, very generous companies that stepped in to donate things for us to give away during this event, so that we can hopefully hit our goal of $2,000. And not only that, but everything that we raise, Exalted Funeral Press is going to be matching it, and they'll be donating just as much. So come hang out, come donate, whatever you can. Don't put yourself in any binds, obviously, but, support a great cause and win some cool stuff. But that is enough out of me. I am going to throw it on over to our friends over at Dark Tales. We'll raid over their way. A bunch of extremely talented entertainers, dice rollers, and TTRPG fanatics. But before I do, as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.